Ba-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-doo-doo. Am I streaming? I don't know. I don't know if I am. Can't find the stream. Oh, there we go. Am I streaming? I don't know. I don't know if I am. Yeah, it seems like I'm streaming. Welcome everyone to another stream. I'm going solo this time. Cause yeah, I don't see anyone online right now, so you're just gonna have to bear with my voice for this stream. Haven't done one of these, in a while. Just me talking to you guys. What's not to love? What's not to love? Bim. I'll start world building in a bit. Just I'm gonna wait for more people to join. By the way, if you hear grinding noises outside, it's they're fixing something in my house right now. Annoying, I know, but it's like I don't know how hearable is that. Someone's cutting steel outside. Yeah. Who's building in the background? They're installing a window in my house. Sorry for the noise. Let's activate the monetization. Alright everyone, so how is everyone doing? I'll be real with you guys. Life could be better. Life could be better right now, but it's like, you know what they say. Cycles end. And the best thing you can do is move on with your life and keep moving forward. Alright, so I did a lot of work behind the scenes. I did a lot of I covered a lot of ground. Like the loop line is pretty much complete. So yeah, if you guys remember, on the iOS ended, phase 1 of it ended around here-ish, right where the Cows Bridge is. So I decided to extend. The next best course of action, I would say, is finish the loop line and connecting it with the main line. So we're gonna see what type I added, because I know you guys just are dying to see what's new. So here is the Gremlins. What's it called? The Gordon and the Gremlins Bridge. The Gordon and the Gremlins Bridge. Gordon passes through here with the two red coaches that we'll give to Spencer later on. It's not my favorite episode, but this set is kind of cool, and found a good spot for it, so that's pretty cool. Next, we have this barn set. This is where any season 5 enjoyer is gonna recognize this one. This is when James passes through here, and then he says, "Oh my goodness!" That iconic scene, which they built this set specifically just for that, just for that short interaction. We only see it in passing, but then moving on, we have this set. This is the Toad, where the quick thinking workman saved Toad's life. Toad's life, apparently, in that episode, he changes the sighting to this, and then James almost collides with him and says, "What was that?" And then Toad goes, "Yikes!" Well, depending on the dub you're watching, yeah. Next we have something from the Hit era, actually. This is McCall's Farm from the Hit era, the 3-track version, and as we know, 3-track is from, what's it called, Hit, the main line. So the current headcanon is that, just because I wanted to add this set for the sake of it, the current headcanon that I have right now is that, how do you put it, like, there's multiple McCall's farms, like, he owns, multiple farms across the island, so this is the 3-track version that we see in Season 8, and the 1-track or 2-track version, is gonna be on Toby's line, or on the New Quarry branch line. It's one or the other, I forgot, but it's, it's gonna be there. Like the version we see in Toby Had a Little Lamb. Then, we have the James Goes Too Far signal. It's like Percy stops and says, "Hello, James," and then leaves, like, "Bye, James," and then James is like, why does he have to go first? Why should I have to wait? Actually, I just noticed that there we go. The grass was cutting through the track. But yeah, this is such a basic set. Like, this could go anywhere, really. Like, most of the Hit era sets can go, anywhere. I just wanted to put it, here. Just because, I thought it was a good spot for it, but really it could be anywhere on the main line. Do you have games on your phone? Yeah, I have games on my phone. Want to see them? I have. Actually, how many fucking games do I have on my phone? Let me check real quick. Subway Surfers, 2 or 3 party games, Bad Piggies. Does anyone remember Bad Piggies? I swear that was such a cool game. I think that's it. And Sudoku, because I'm not so like an old man, but I really like Sudoku. It definitely, kept me entertained when, on my 11-hour flight when I was going to London. So yeah. Will you include the Hit era locations? Yes, Hit era locations will be included. I am Thomas the Corn Engine. What do you mean? Do the Balloon Factory. The Balloon Factory, okay. I had the Balloon Factory on the Misty Valley branch line just because, I don't know, I just didn't know where to put it. And, but Doggo was, was on my ass and, like, that, "No, Hugo, the Balloon Factory can't go on the Misty Valley branch line. Are you stupid? Are you dumb?" And I was like, it doesn't matter where it is, like, such a nothing location, we can add it anywhere. Let's add it on the Misty Valley branch line. Like, come on. Come on, guys. Yeah, but never played it. Bad Piggies, I'm assuming you mean. Bad Piggies was fire, what do you mean? It was fire. Like, I think it was way better than Angry Birds, to be honest. How would Brendam Docks look like since Knackford Harbor has some of its Season 5 variants? So, Brendam is gonna be, Seasons 2, 3, 7, I guess Season 6 as well. Is there something else? No, I think that's it. It's like, Season 2, all the variants of Season 3. Of course, that includes, the Diesel Does It Again location, the All at Sea, the heroes, like the warehouses, stuff like that. And that iconic set where Cranky resides, the Season 7 onwards one. Although I do want to add, like, I guess something from Season 6 variant, because that one had a canal. The one that Diesel falls in that one episode. The World's Strongest Engine. Yeah, that one. And yeah, and also, like, we were toying with this idea. You guys are gonna fucking hate this idea. Like, for real. You guys are gonna hate this idea, but it's my route. I don't care. I'm gonna do whatever. And I wanna be fun and quirky. So basically, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the season 3 concept art for Brendam, I believe it's called the Brendam B Zone. Jesus Christ, like someone's really grinding outside, installing that window. Installing windows is hard, guys. Um, what was I saying? Yeah. Forgot. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it says that Oliver's scrapyard it's at Brendam, or like part of the Brendam set. I don't know what they meant by that, but it's that, and that's a suggestion of Michael White. As we were, I believe it was Michael White who suggested this. But it's like I want to add the season 5 scrapyard sets, not the Stepney Gets Lost ones. That's gonna be at Farquhar, I think. I mean the ones that Thomas Percy and Old Slow Coach, like that, that massive yard area. I want to include those at Brendam. Yeah, it's a bullshit idea, but I kind of fuck with it. It's one of those ideas that you're gonna be like, wow, Hugo, you're really creative, or oh, wow, Hugo, kill yourself, never make routes again. Peak brain rot? What do you mean, peak brain rot? On the Faraway Quarry channel, we don't allow brain rot, okay? Alright, so anyway, this is the Gordon. The next day, Gordon was traveling to collect his train, and he sees Harold, and he decides, to race him. Yeah, it's meant to be that bridge, but I'm gonna ask Benny if he can do like a proper asset for this, cause it's not entirely accurate. I believe this is meant to be the Wellsworth Bridge, or something like of that nature. I forgot, but it's Why Farquhar? Would it be more reasonable at Peel Godred? You see, yes, and there is gonna be a scrapyard at Peel Godred. It's just that, according to the Hit Bible, and I know it's the Hit Bible, and it's, it's really weird, and it says like that Edward's old and weak and pathetic and stuff like that, but the thing is, locations-wise, I don't see any reason why they would mess with the locations, and as my friend Doggo pointed out, all the locations are from Season 5, like the Ironworks, the Haunted Henry lines, stuff like that, so they must have been based off of previous notes that maybe Britt, Allcroft, and David Midden wrote. So it's like, if you want to consider the Hit Bible not canon, like, yeah, I guess it's possible, but it's, I think, like, that's a really valuable clue, and it stated that, the Hit Bible, says that there's an Ironworks at Farquhar, and that Mavis comes from the Ironworks. So I think it's a really interesting bit of lore. Don't execute me, but what's the Hit Bible? So, no, I'm not gonna execute you. I'm gonna educate you. How about that? So basically, the Hit Bible is a document written in 2003 by Abby Grant, and it was basically, like a guide for the writers of the Hit era to, to how to, properly write the stories. Like, it has a list of everything, like, all of the locations, all of the characters, how to write, for Thomas and Friends, basically, and how to use these characters properly. And it's a really controversial, document, just because, if you notice the Hit era, that document pretty much explains, like, why the Hit era is the way it is. And, there's some really, really weird stuff about that Bible. Yeah, I agree. For example, Edward's old, weak, and pathetic. Henry's, kind of a warrior character. So yeah, some of the character descriptions are really, really bad. But locations-wise, I don't see any reason why they would mess with the locations, The truth behind the good and bad of the Hit era. It kinda is, yeah. Why does the TV series dump everything on the Farquhar line? I don't know. That's a really interesting question, sir. And so yeah, yeah, it's pretty much the Hit Bible, and we like the idea that there's a Well, actually, we hate the idea that there's an ironworks at Farquhar, but it would explain the plot of Stepney Goes Lost a lot more, I would say. Well, anyway, this is the one of the rumors sets. A little way up the line, it starts to... We reach the Rumors Tunnel Junction. And this is the beginning of the loop line. So basically, Gordon was traveling to, let's say, Wellsworth. Yeah, I would say that he was traveling to Wellsworth, but then he got distracted, right, by Harold. And then he went on this line. So he goes on this line, not paying any attention because he's a fucking idiot. And then we approach the Rumors Tunnel. So yeah, this is the Rumors Tunnel Junction with Bulgy's Bridge as the tunnel. I always find it such a weird looking set, because I really believe, they wanted to, because, sand is integral to the climax of the episode, like, oh, they find sand, and that was for the playground. Like, I feel like, that's the reason they just added a bunch of sand everywhere to, hammering the point that they find sand in the tunnel. Whereas, this set looks like it belongs on a desert, kind of. Like, even as a kid, I thought it was kind of weird, because this looks like a desert climate. Like, I can't be the only one who was, like, noticed that, And so, yeah. So this is a tunnel where Gordon fucking dies in. He just, goes crash inside. And I decided to add the scaffolding. I'm not gonna add the workmen because honestly, I think the workmen is something the users who are using this route should add themselves. Like put all the passenger detail. Will you add the suspension bridge? I will. Where? It's probably gonna be where the railway series viaduct is, like near Kronk. It was Kronk or Kildane, one or the other. Because, the viaduct is a Wellsworth in the TV series canon, yeah. To me, it looks more like a construction site. Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. Like, but I don't know, what are they building here? They just say, like, they're repairing the tunnel. It's like, where the fuck did Gordon, like, go through, What if you add that one hill from the said Big Strong Henry? Sorry. What if you add the one hill set from Big Strong Henry, the one where Henry crashes? So, okay. That's, I mean, I thought of it because I was thinking, realistically, how would I add that? I have an idea for it, but it's, I don't know if it would work. Because, like, Gordon's Hill is gonna be really... It's not gonna be the same as the Season 1 hill. I think I'm gonna do the Season 3 top. That kind of goes, like, straight up and down. But I have an idea for Gordon's Hill. I just don't know if it would work or not. I still need to toy with the idea. Because, like, Doggo and I have extensively discussed this topic of there's a junction on the top of Gordon's Hill, which I think is bullshit, and he is wrong. Okay, no, I shouldn't phrase it like that, but he has a real legit reason to think that there's a junction at the top of Gordon's Hill. And yeah, looking more at the map, it's like, it's like, I agree, but I hate it, What did he even crash into? A bunch of sand, I think. And then they pulled him out and pulled the sand out, and we're like, oh shit, sand! We can use it for the playground. Such a weird story, like, honestly, like, I like the episode, but it's, it's not, whenever I think of Season 5, it's not not the set that I would, it's not the episode that I would, consider the most, Like, I think there's way better episodes, but it's a pretty good one. Another bridge mentioned, but will you add the Tadmor viaduct? No. And the reason why not is because I consider Tadmor to be its own canon. But I am thinking of making a Tadmor Island of Sodor. And add all of the sets from the movie there, That would be a fun project, I would feel, because, I already did that, like, long ago, but the route is old and shitty, and you shouldn't use it. Honestly, I was proud of the red when it came out, but now I'm like, you know, I can do way better than this. Surely I can do way better. Like, what would be the fate of Gordon? His frame to become a school sandpit. Gordon fucking dies, and other stories. Gordon fucking dies. He fucking dies. Just like my heart. Alright, but anyway, so yeah, so this is the Rumors Tunnel Junction. I'm really proud of how this turned out. I think it turned out really great. But now, of course, I had to imagine how does the other side of the tunnel look like. And I grabbed this set from an unlikely source. Now, I doubt any single one of you guys are gonna recognize this set. So I have a tunnel, similar to the Rumors Tunnel Junction. We have two houses, and we have, one of the windmill, cottages, like, here. Remaster your old Tatmer iOS? Yeah. It's like, if anyone guesses this set, okay, I'm gonna give a clue. It's from Season 5, but it's not from the season itself, if it makes sense. If that makes sense. But, so yeah, so this is what I think the other side of the tunnel is. Hello. Hey, Eli, how you doing? How you doing, my man? Is this from the Thomas Japanese PC game? Leave it to Eli to guess exactly what this set is. Yes, Eli, you guessed it. Everyone give Eli a W on chat, because he guessed it. He actually got it. So yeah, Eli, this is one of the tunnel sets from that weird Japanese game. There's a lot of those sets, like, and all of those are gonna be in the iOS somehow, but, this is the only one that's gonna be on the route so far. Like, there's another one that goes in, Toby's line, another one that goes on Toby's line, another one that goes on Toby's line. All of them are on Toby's line, what the fuck? No, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, so, this is, the other side of the Rumors Tunnel, and this is the beginning of the loop line. And, you would be happy to know that the loop line is complete, and, functional, so yeah, so that was that, and then, the track is single track, and, here is another set. I think you guys are gonna be really, really familiar with this one. Anyone who likes Season 7 will love this one. It's really fucking annoying that the stream is like 15 seconds delayed. Season 3 bridge. You're close. Not Season 3. Not Season 3. It's, another season, but it looks really similar. Hello, Marcus. How you doing? How you doing, Marcus? How you doing? Oh, it's a Season 7 run by bridge. It is correct. You are correct. This is the Season 7 bridge. The one where Gordon gets his, that banner stuck on his head and he can't see. I can't see! Stop! You can't stop, Gordon! You're the Express! Such a nostalgic episode for me. Like, I grew up with the Hooray for Thomas DVD, like a lot of kids did, but it's such a neat selection of episodes, except for Renee's and the roller coaster. That one sucked, but the rest of the episodes were really good. Season 7 is just good. Has anyone noticed that? Season 7 is, based and awesome, and I love it. But yeah, so anyway, you might be wondering what the hell is this doing here? And isn't this the same bridge from Season 3? I would like to think that those two are, two entirely different locations. If you want to think that that it's, a separate location, be my guest. But no, I do think that they are different locations, if you know what I mean. For example, this one goes on the loop line because I feel like that would fit, because Gordon passes with the express with it. And the one from season 3, I believe is gonna be at Brendam or near Brendam. It's gonna be in one of the multiple lines that are gonna depart Brendam. Like Brendam is gonna be a huge complex. Wasn't the season 3 bridge green? It was green. Yeah, it was green, and it had like a slightly different design. Like it wasn't the same set, or like I don't think it's the same set personally. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Best Dressed Engine was the last story from that DVD. It was. It was, Eli. You're right. Yeah, it was. So like I actually have a funny story with the set, right? So I don't know. I did the favor to someone to make this, set. A long time ago, so like a route commission or something. And I was trying to find, the reference pictures for the set, and I was looking up and down, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the wiki page for this set, right? Because I was under the impression that it was gonna be called, the Runway Bridge or the 3-tier bridge or some shit like that. You wanna know what it's called? It was called. It was called the Callendale Fishing Yard. What? Catch me a fucking break. This, the Callendale Fishing Yard. Whoever came up with that name, fuck you. I spent like an hour searching like an idiot, just because it had a totally nonsense name. Why Callendale? Like, who looked at this and said, yeah, Callendale? Oops. So yeah, this is a really weird name, but I believe they changed it since. Yeah, I hope that they changed it since. Yeah, I think pretty sure they changed it since. But yeah, like when they named that, I was extremely fucking pissed with the wiki. The season 5 Crosby Yard plays, but the barbershop is moved further to the back. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that was that. Lovely, lovely set by the way, and I like this little lake that it's attached to. It's a pretty good lake. I like lakes. Lakes are cool. Anyway, we keep going up the line. We go from single track to 2 tracks, and it's because is that we pass a signal box, which I'm not entirely sure what to name yet. And you see the line starts to curve. And why does it start to curve, you might be saying? Well, fuck, wait. Here you go. Where is the thing here? Here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Anyway, is that some cows I see? It can't be. From this angle, does it look familiar? Sam Wilkinson did? I wouldn't be surprised. Bro, that is such a stupid name for this place. Thank you, Eli. I agree. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, silly Wilkinson. I like how you said that. Silly Wilkinson. A lake, huh? Where are going to and from today, Hugo Mexicans? Yeah, T-Jock, yeah. I don't know what you meant by that, but yeah, sure. Gord. Hey, look, guys, it's Gordon on the chat. James's Field, you are correct, Jeremiah. This is James's Field from Season 1. Such a lovely set, by the way. Like, this is a simple set, I know, but I just love the way they designed it. The line kind of, like, curves up. It was just, like, going downhill. There's a church, like, over here, which, I added. Because, Yeah, church, religion, lol. Here's the cows. Not the cows. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Anyways, I'll be on my way. Have a good one, Hugo. Have a good one, Railway Fan 25. Nice to have you here. James is smelly. Gordon, don't be rude. James is not smelly. He's just partially smelly. What the fuck did you say to me, little bitch? I'll have you know that I have 300 confirmed kills in the Navy SEALs. That's my best James impression. So this is the set where James fucking died. And then got resuscitated by Thomas. He died. Anyway, here's the... Also, it was used for some promotional sets. Like, I've seen the photos on the wiki. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, Thomas here, or Edward, or Henry, Gordon, or Percy. And yeah, so this is such a lovely set. Like, and I'm really happy to have this one turn out specifically. I think, you know... Well, this is the appropriate placement for this set. Like, it says so on the map that James's Field is, like, right here for some reason. But who am I to defy the logic of the TV series map? Anyway, so yeah, so that was James's Field. Yep. And we are getting into some bendy sets. And here we have another set. This is from season 2, and it's also related to cows. Poop, poop, mind the cows. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Don't make such a fuss. 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 How you been doing, Hugo? I haven't spoken to you since Audrey. Oh yeah, we haven't spoken since Audrey, have we? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How's the ride home, T-Jock? As mine was tiresome. Hello, Matsworks. Do you have any ideas where the mountain village from Snow Engine and that the station once referred as Ballasdrin will be? You mean the one from the where Oliver crashes into the snowman, right? If so, that's gonna be an Edwards line. It's gonna be like Sudbury? No, okay. It's gonna be Upper Sudbury, Sudbury, and then Lower Sudbury, just to justify the naming scheme of it. My bike inner tube broke, so now I had to learn how to use a skateboard. Ah. That sucks, Mats. You know, I never learned how to use a skateboard. Because I'm dumb like that. Long but easy. Like the car from Bubba. Free and easy. Now we know what the middle map looks like. The one deleted scene of Thomas pushing the breakdown train while passing Elsbridge makes so much more sense, lol. It does! It absolutely does, yeah. You know what that means, Eli? That means that they shot a scene of James rushing with the trucks through Elsbridge. I'm convinced that they filmed that. It's somewhere on the hit archives. Upper Brendam. It kind of sounds like, you know, the naming schemes in Mario 64, don't you think? Like Dire Docks, Jolly Roger Bay, Babam Battlefield, Tall Mountain. Stuff like that, you know? What the Thomas character you want to get most in Thomas Winter Railway? Flying Scotsman all the way. I actually have a Flying Scotsman, Mats. I envy you. Tricks. Alright, so, it seems like no one guessed this set. But, I think I have to, you know, a refresher. Because you guys are stupid. Okay, no, you're not. You're not stupid. You guys are cool and awesome. And you're the only thing that is gonna keep me sane, tonight. Fun, right? Anyway, so this set is from season 2. There's the scene where right after Edward loses the truck, the cattle vans. He goes through this set, And then the narrator said, Edward felt a jerk, but he didn't took notice. He was used to trucks. It's kind of like a... Fuck. It's kind of like that Bendy set. And I believe... Okay, I think that this set is a redress of the Percy and Harold set. I'm pretty sure it's, like a redress of that. And also by extension, that set that we see in Edward's Exploit, that Bendy Bridge set. So, yeah. It's the Edward Felt the Jerk set. I guessed it. Oh, you guessed it as I was explaining. Huh. But yeah, it's that. And I think it's a good thing I placed these two together because they're related to cows. Like I think this whole loop line is just filled to the brim with cow fields, like more than average. So that's why a lot of these stories make sense. So yeah, so that was that. This is just something freelanced that I came up with, because I got inspired. I came back with the UK with a different perspective of the world, and how I should make routes. And I noticed in the UK, not to call me the UK expert or anything, but it's like there's a lot of this types of stretches, like trees covering up the line. Not everywhere, but sometimes there are. I was making I always make fun of the hit era sets, but it's like there are a lot of lines in the UK that I went to at least that are like that. Anyway, so yeah, so that's this just freelance, and then the track is like raised up a bit, and I'm not entirely happy with how this one turned out, but it's this is the best thing I can do with train's shitty ass physics. Where did the cows break Edward's train? I'll explain in a bit, Eli. I'll explain in a bit. I thought you said the cows break dance. Breakdancing cows. Anyway, so this set is from season 3. Generic UK countryside 101. It is though. That one James shot, yo, it's the one season 3 shot from the James music video. It is exactly, yeah. I believe it's the part where it says he can brag all day how fast he goes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like when the kids say that line. Need to change this junction thingies. Yeah, we have a signal box here. We have like a hayfield, which I really need to finish because this area is kind of empty. But anyway, yeah, it's that's it. Here we have another freelance area that I just kind of whipped up. And yeah, I also like how this one turned out. I think it looks really British, if I'd say so myself. It was originally in Buzz Buzz, yeah, but it was deleted. They built that set just to use it in one scene, and it was deleted. Man. Anyway, so here we have another sickle box set. Doesn't look like anything, but I believe if I do this, I think it's gonna look a bit more familiar. I still wonder how many B-roll footage they made. Like that scene in Thomas and Bickerstown with the mail train. Oh yeah, it's like... I mean, the only way we can know is if it's somehow, like, someone releases the Season 4 rushes or Season 3 rushes. They used the waterfall set instead. No, I always interpreted that scene was meant to be James going back to Titmus Sheds. Because, like, I don't know if it's just me, but you can see James still has, the bee, the red bee nose. That one Gordon shot. You're close. Or Toby. Yeah, Toby. Think of Toby. We'll never find the dome smashed right in the driver's face. me leaving the Mattel archives with the season 3 rushes shoved up my ass. Henry, you're getting there. You guys are getting close. You guys are getting close. Like, really warm. Really warm. Ah, it's from Time for Trouble then. Yeah, it is from Time for Trouble. Specifically when the narrator says, like, he began a long way and began to feel thirsty. Shit, I moved the camera. But yeah, it's meant to be that. Yeah. And I think this is perfect because it perfectly transitions into the back into phase 1 when with this set. This set is already on phase 1 and the route terminated, you know, here we see the cutoff point. The route terminated here. But now you guys are going to be so happy to know that basically, you know, the loop line is pretty much finished. Pretty much. And so yeah, that's the loop line. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I'm gonna keep working on the loop line. I just think I'm gonna add some more fields, just so this area is not as empty. And I believe we're gonna add the river, like the. Is this the Elsbridge River? Yes, it is. It's the Elsbridge. It's the Els River. And so, but yeah, it's like I have everything mapped out to Wellsworth. So let's see what's up with that. So you see, so this was like side 1 of the end of the loop of the loop line, but I decided to add another exit. Here's the season 8 junction from the hit era. And you guys thought I was not gonna add hit era locations. Pfft, come on, we're gonna add everything here. Everything is gonna be on this iOS. I'm telling you. And funny how they decided to just invent Billsbridge and Duke's Village for that upside down map, rather than using the actual production map from season 4. Lol. They did so many odd liberties. Yes, they did. Exactly. Wellsworth and Gordon's Hill next? Yeah, pretty much. That's gonna be the plan. Which set for Wellsworth do you plan to add to your iOS? 4, season 4, but I'm not entirely convinced. But we'll see. We'll see as we get closer to it. Elsbridge beside a river. Elsbridge is beside a river. Elsbridge is beside a river. What, Killerman from Tetmore? How do I ban T-Jock? T-Jock, you're banned. No, T-Jock, you're banned. Yeah, but anyway, this is the season 8 junction. Also, I like to think that this is the set from that snow shot from Mountain Adventure, you know, like this angle. I like to think they're the same location, personally. Probably not, but I can headcanon, right? I can dream. I can dream of a better life, a better stability. Okay, so... Alright, so we're gonna... This is the As Edward Clanked By. So this is the place where Edward loses his trucks, and I know it's 2 tracks. Like the actual set. But, I don't care. I don't care, it's... I'm gonna make it 3 tracks, screw it. But anyway, this segues perfectly into the Cow's Bend. Like, some cows were grazing nearby. They were not used to trains. The noise and puff disturbed them. And then you turn the camera around, and then, you know, as Edward clanked by, they broke through the fence and blah 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 blah. Which tunnels do you plan to add on Thomas's branch line? As much as I can fit, honestly. But probably gonna be like 3, 4, and 5. So yes, this is the season 2 Cow's Bend. And it's actually perfect that I placed it like this because, you know, I like to think that you can see in the actual set, you can see Gordon's Hill in the background. You see that blob? That's gonna be Gordon's Hill. Mark my words. In 5 years from now, maybe. Okay, it won't take that long, but still, it's like it's really hard working on this fucking route. But I have nothing else going on in my life, so I might as well do it. And so moving on from that, here we have this is gonna be another generic season 8 set. It's meant to be. I believe it appears in Squeak Round on the Roll somewhere in the episode. I forgot when, but it appears in that episode. I'm pretty sure. Wasn't that been also using Daisy? It was, yeah. Do sighting, road tunnel. Yeah, road tunnel, yeah. And so yeah, so this is gonna be a hit era set, and this is also gonna be like the start to Henry's Forest. It's like I like to think that the viaduct is right in the middle of Henry's Forest, just to make it make sense of the map, because the map says it's like after, but then if we follow the episode logic, it must be before it. I think it also appears in Respect for Gordon. Well, it's a season 8 set, but well, season 9's, well, the hit era sets are so generic that yeah, you can argue that they're the same place. Why not? Which Marin do you plan on doing? Season 6, my guy. Alright, so anyway, this is a more familiar location. This is gonna be the where the wishing tree is gonna be at. Actually, we are gonna add the wishing tree like right now. It's not gonna be the final wishing tree, but I believe this is gonna convey the idea way more. No, I don't, Hugo Dutch, like my last few replies, lol. I'm sorry! I'm not intentionally, like, dodging questions. It just sorta happens. I'm sorry. Let's go, Kurt Marin. The pissing tree. Yeah, it's the pissing tree. And so yeah, so the forest area is gonna be massive. It's gonna, cover this whole area around. It's gonna be a big, massive forest with a lot of surprises along the way. Alright, so this is the wishing tree. Then I changed my mind on this. This is gonna be like the end shot of the episode Henry's Forest from season 3. The one where it says, "And always, he's happy here." But I don't want Henry to be blocking the main line. And also the trees are way too, close to the main line to be, like, main line. So I think I'm gonna move this, like around here, like in this, like 2 signings out of the way. I'm still not sure, but it's I think it's like this is gonna be freelance, or maybe I can pull like another random hit era set. I don't know, who knows, but we'll see. And of course, the ever iconic season 3 viaduct, which when I add this is gonna be another milestone for me for the iOS. Like, it's the viaduct. It's such an iconic location from the show. And it's gonna be the season 3 variant. Well, since that set never changes much, so I believe it's gonna be like a mix of everything. Like, it's gonna be like, but it's mainly season 3. You can't do it. They show an lamentable ignorance of Rule 55. Stop saying that, T-Jock. T-Jock, keep saying that. Keep saying that. Hugo, have you ever gone on Mercari? I've tried to go through Mercari. Like, I can't make an account because I'm not American. It's not available in Mexico yet. Shit sucks. Shit sucks. Anyway, so yeah, season 3 viaduct. It's gonna be really cool. And then here comes the main forest set. Here is the season 3 Henry's forest set. You know, this here's like, you know, the curb where Henry passes by, and it leads to a bunch of sightings. You know, which listen, with all respect to Rem and Audrey, with all respect to him, um, I think he's wrong. I think he's wrong about Henry's forest. Because like Henry didn't stop in the main line. Like this is the main line, right? He stopped like, you know, over here. Like I'm pretty sure this is the siding, you know, he stops at. So yeah, he wasn't blocking the main line, so checkmate, you know. In all honesty, you know, I understand where Audrey's coming from. Because, you know, because this is his vision and it is his characters, you know, that he had, you know, like different intentions for. I understand that completely, and he felt, you know, his work was being tarnished by the TV crew. I empathize with, you know, with the man, but I do think, with all due respect for him, like, you know, I think I can respectfully disagree with him. I think his criticisms of the episode are a tad unfair, personally. Don't use piss. Paramount, you know, I appreciate, you know that, but it's, you know, um it's like we are in my streams we're allowed to say cuss words. Um you don't have to be policing my chat. Just keep that in mind. I need to hide from the American Mafia. Can I hide in your basement? No, you cannot hide in your basement. Get your own. Bro pronounces Rheneas, and not Rheneas. Pronounce it guacamole, bitch. You know, like, do whatever you want. I don't know how to feel about the forest being split, but it would work. Yeah, it's like, I think this is the best of both worlds of, because, you know, we were debating, you know, is the forest after the viaduct or before it? And I think, like, doing it this way is a nice compromise to have the viaduct in the middle of the forest. So, you know, I think it's gonna turn out, you know, swell. No need to swear of, no need to swear of take God's name in vain. Why do people keep saying that? Honestly, like I've gotten that comment like so many times before. Like, there's no need in taking God's name in vain. It's like, it's always so funny because I never know what to respond. Like, do I respond with, oops, my bad? I guess because people think that I'm religious, which I was. I come from a religious family. It's like, neat little bit of lore about me. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. Not a lot of people know this about me, but yeah, I used to be one. And yeah, 360 was a joke. LMAO. Hugo, have you ever watched songs sung by Hatsune Miku? I have not. I'm not really interested in um anime, but I heard the songs are pretty lit. But I'm not particularly, you know, interested so far. Hugo lore, yeah, Hugo lore. LMFAO. It's not anime. It's Vocaloid, but it's kind of anime, right? You like the style of Hatsune Miku's anime, or maybe not. Maybe I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant to this sort of stuff. Excuse me. He was such a good gardener. He should go to the Garden of Eden. Listen, if I was in the Garden of Eden, I would have not survived that shit. I would have fucked it up somehow. Well, anyway, that was the forest. Then the forest stops, right? And then here we have the season 2 ruined castle. Yeah, that's. You guys recognize this set? Like, there's no way you don't. Like, it's the. Yeah, it's that set. So yeah. Then we come to a little road bridge. And holy shit, it's Wellsworth! It's Wellsworth! It's Wellsworth, you people! No way! So yeah, so this is gonna be it's currently because I want it to be based on the season 4 variant because that would be quirky of me, I would say. But there's not much to this set. I know it's kind of small. It's not a lot going around. But it's, I'm trying to see if this idea would work. Just making the this version. Alternatively, I want to make the season 7 one, just because I don't know, I really like that one. It's like looks kind of generic, I know, but it's it has such a like good design where everything makes sense. And also because Doggo convinced me of how we can incorporate the fucking set from Edward's Brass Band where they find the tuba players. That's not music. It's an alarm. Why does Wellsworth connect to Peel Godred? They do through the Misty Valley branch. Green Bean, you wanna know something? Does Hugo have a dog? I don't have a dog, I have a cat. His name is Lupito. I'm from another country called Trinidad. Trinidad y Tobago? I think that's what it's called. What about Knapford? Knapford's already on the route. I left in 1999 with a release Lenny Scotsman when I was 10 years old. And when was that? Yesterday? Sorry. I don't know what came over me. Anyway, so, after this, like, everything that you expect to be here is gonna be here. Like, it's gonna have the junction to Edwards line. It's gonna have, a couple other sets. And then, here's where it starts to get interesting. I'm already, I wanna, see how long Gordon's Hill is gonna be and how steep it's gonna be. Like, I think this is gonna be, like, the height of it. Which, is really long, I gotta say. Like, it's gonna be 150, like, on the gradient map, on the height value. And it's like, if you look at it from here, like, you actually get a pretty good view of the island, But it's, and also, like, it's gonna be pointing this way because, I actually like that it's here because, you can see the ocean in the back and, like, the things here, like, in the actual set. So it's gonna turn out really, really good. Gordon's Hill looks like something Cody, like, would climb. Season 8 Abbey is gonna exist. Abbey is gonna exist, yeah. That shit became Gordon's Mountain. Okay, it's not that steep. It's not that steep. Come on. It's like perfectly reasonable, I would say. I mean, I believe this is how steep it is in the show, or maybe you need to tone the steepness down. Now you got me to think. All right, if I do this, then if I do this. Would that be better? That's what I'm wondering. Alright, by making it a bit longer, I believe it's gonna be a bit less steep. Is this better? Did I do it right? Is Roger Rabbit on TV? That's not Roger Rabbit, is it? Alright. Well, let me fix it real quick. I hate this like jagged stuff over here. It's gonna be 5 miles Gordon's Hill like in the railway series. Nah, there's no way. I can't do that. Who's Hugo? It looks like I'm going into the Skarloey Railway. Nah, I think you guys are tripping. You guys are tripping. It's not that steep. Come on. Okay, there we go. I fixed the jaggedness of it. Hmm. Yeah, no. Who's Hugo, guys? Yeah, tell us. Who's Hugo? I don't know who Hugo is. I don't know what you guys are talking about. There's no Hugo here. My name is Doroteo Arango Tercero. Yeah, that's it. That's my name. That's my real name. Rips off the mask. Guys, I have a confession to make. Rips off the mask. I'm Victor Tenzig. Now you got me to think. Yeah, it's made me feel insecure about Gordon's Hill. What the hell? Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks for nothing. Well, I'll think about it later, but it's, I think Gordon's Hill's gonna, be roughly like this. Roughly. And then, it's gonna reach the top. It's gonna go straight down, and then it will lead to, Wellsworth, hopefully. Wellsworth. Marin. Yeah, Marin. Fuck. Marin, guys. Marin. Remember that. Marin. Not Wellsworth, Marin. Marin Station. Marin Station from the iconic TV show Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Based on the railway series, but based on the romantic novels by Mr. T. Does anyone remember that, YouTube poop? Like, based on the romantic novels by Mr. T? Yeah, who's Hugo? Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Don't we all? He's a rail zeppelin, green bean. Yeah, he's a stupid rail zeppelin. Fuck the rail zeppelin. It might be a real movie animated voice actor in the future. Maybe. Maybe he will. Man. It's been a hard day. It's been a hard day, I'm gonna lie. But anyway, it's no point of moping around. Screw that, it's a waste of everybody's time. Besides, this is gonna distract my mind for a bit. But anyway, yeah, it's like, there's gonna be two junctions here. One that goes to Edward's Line, and the other one that goes to the Misty Valley Branch Line, because according to the Hit Bible, the Haunted Henry Line departs from Wellsworth. And that actually makes sense, because he departs from there in the episode. And so yeah, so that's the, what's basically gonna be phase 2 of the iOS. Now, as I said, like, in that video, I'm gonna focus on smaller, shorter updates for the route. So phase 2 is gonna be probably to Marin. And then phase 3, I believe we're gonna go, all the way up and work on Thomas's line. Phase 4, probably to Edward's line, then to Sudbury, or Lower Sudbury, whatever comes first. And then I'll just keep working from there, and then I'll go up and work on Toby's line. And I'll keep, working and working and working. So this is gonna be really busy. We're busy, so busy. The windmill, the seaside. My life is falling apart. How do people deal with this shit? I wanna fucking die. We're busy, busy, busy. Hugo, stop live streaming at the dentist. I'm not at the dentist, it's my house. They're installing a window. I promise. Will we see Bickerstown in the iOS? It was technically seen in Escape. Yes, we will. Don't worry. It's not gonna be CGI Bickerstown. No CGI locations in here. It's gonna be, inspired by it, but it's gonna be, like a TV series, what if Bickerstown, Because we don't really see the station in full. I watched Transformers 1 last night and it was an awesome movie. Oh yeah, I heard I heard it was a good movie. I heard of it. It's I was never really into Transformers. The only Transformers movie that I've seen is one of the Michael Bay ones. And I find it the most boring thing ever, but that's not a fair criticism to the whole franchise of Transformers. It's just that I've never been interested in it. What was the worst thing you had to map out on this route? Toby's line. Toby's line is fucking pain, honestly. I watched Misty Island Rescue. It was pure cinema. You'll say that. Yeah, I remember being 2 years old. Thoughts on Zootopia 2? I have not seen it. I'm not interested. I haven't even seen the first one. Like, really. Is Vickerstown gonna be the TV series one from Croman's Gate Works? Or the one from Ravenshire Works that's like the CGI one, but it's like built different? It's gonna be an entirely different thing from those two. Thoughts on Sausage Party? It's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie that exists. I can't believe that you're telling me the same team that worked on Thomas worked on Sausage Party. That's that's crazy. That's really crazy. The ending is something else. Something else. Yeah. Fuck my life. Thoughts on TTOS? I think that it sounds familiar, but I don't know what you're referring to. What are your PC specs? Well, this is a laptop that I'm working on, and it's powerful enough to run this route, surprisingly. Nah, bro. Nitrogen got freaky after Thomas the Tank Engine. They do. I like that such a party is animated by the company who made the Nitrogen era. Nitrogen Studios fell off. Well, the thing I understand about that movie is that Greg Tiernan, who was, the head of Nitrogen, and who was also, I believe, director or producer for the Nitrogen era, like, basically, overworked his employees while making that movie, which actually explains a lot of how the hit era, how the I can't think. I have so much on my mind. So much on my mind. Many years of my life. Many years of my life. And they amounted to nothing. Man. What was I saying? Yeah. Hugo, when will you get new merchandise? You have to ask Mattel. Because Mattel doesn't want to make Hugo merch anymore. What the hell, Mattel? Tedious Tales of Sodor. I don't think I heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it, yeah. Well, what GPU is it rocking? It's a... it's a 3070 thing with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Something like that, I forgot. Not really a tech guy. What does that line branches off to the main line with the rumors tunnels go to? Well, I think you missed my entire explanation, but this basically, it's the loop line. Like, it connects to the loop line where it cut off. So yeah. Rumors Tunnel, Other End of Rumors Tunnel, Season 7 Bridge, James's Field, and then some random Season 2 set, Season 3 set, Season 3 set, and then it goes back to this. So yeah. Sausage Party is like VeggieTales but rated PG-13. Not even PG-13. I would argue that shit is like fucking X-rated. Like honestly. Like the ending of that movie is unreal. Like I refuse to believe actual humans made this fucking movie. Like, Jesus Christ, you know? Have you watched the FNAF movie? If so, how was it? Okay, I was never really into FNAF. The last FNAF game I played was FNAF 3. When it came out, I was like, 12 or 13 or somewhere like that. So there's a lot of lore that I don't know about FNAF. I just know the basic surface level. And the movie was good because, in movies, not that I'm a movie expert or anything, but it's, I think a movie should be able to stand on its own legs and you don't have to be dependent on its source material to enjoy it. It needs to stand alone as a standard movie. And I believe for the most part the movie did accomplish that. But, I just hate the ending of the movie so much. Assuming that everyone here watched it, But then this movie's 3 years old or 2 years old at this point, And, what was I saying? Yeah. Basically, I hated that scene where the girl character, just, grabs the main character and just starts, fucking, lore dropping to this guy, like, oh, William Afton is my dad, and my dad owns the fucking the FNAF pizzeria. He just, she just, like, starts explaining the fucking, lore of the movie to the audience, and I imagine the fans were like, yeah, lore, but as a spectator, you just, drop me a bunch of lore that I feel like, they should have, there's a better way to communicate this information to the audience than just, lore dumping to the main character. I don't know, it's like, I think the movie was okay, but it wasn't anything spectacular, really. It was just okay. Thinking about it more, the 2010 map must have had locations from the hit era's crew notes, Great Waterton and the Wharf map in the map, but they aren't CGI. But the leftovers of the Model Series era notes. Yeah, that's what I always thought too, There must have been based off of something, Did you tell me you found them at a local store? What did I? Sorry, I forgot. TTOS is a great train series, and I highly recommend it if you have the time. Yeah, it's like, I don't really have the time to watch, Thomas fan series anymore. The only Thomas YouTuber that I watch consistently is TARDIS Rescue. Nice job making the route, Faraway Quarry 13. Thank you so much, Quality Control. I really appreciate the compliment. The second one is coming out in December, and it's more horror focused. Oh yeah, I heard. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Yeah. I don't know if I want to watch it though. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If I have someone to watch it with, I'll watch it. What are the insides of the lead mines like? The insides. Well, I did map out the insides. It's kind of impossible to do that in trains, really. But it's like, yeah, it's like, I do want to imagine, how like the mines. Actually, now that you just reminded me, Green Bean. The Morgan's mine, right, from the Great Discovery, it's gonna be a real challenge of how would I achieve the inside of the mine. I don't think it's possible, like right now. Maybe in 10 years, it would be possible, but like, as of right now, yeah, it's gonna be a bit impossible to make, but it's gonna take a while until I get there. So anyway, I feel like when making an IP-based movie, it's important to balance being faithful to the source material and please the fans while also being fresh and new for newcomers.
Yeah, that is entirely true. Um, and like that was my problem with the FNAF movie. I feel like he was trying to it's good to appeal to fans. Don't get me wrong, because fans are passionate about this sort of stuff. But obviously, it didn't feel like a movie for beginners like me. You know, who doesn't know a lot about FNAF. Yeah, I don't know how someone would make the insides of the mine in trains like the Ulstead mine, or Morgan's mine, or the coal mine from Put Upon Percy. Jesus Christ. Remember, guys, they're building a window. Stop me. Um, I wish they made merch for Pip and Emma for the 80th anniversary. That's impossible. Hugo, I need Flora and Hank, and then I own every Model Series character in Thomas River Railway. I have Hank, but I don't have Flora. Flora looks cool, though. I just looked at Flora and said, that looks cool. That looks based as fuck. Hugo, why is a class 08 outside your home? I'm telling you, man, it's not me. They're installing a window. Once Hugo gets Duke's tender and Flora, we gotta run. Yeah, you better run. And I will be unstoppable. Ah, ga 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 ga. Actually, I don't even care that I don't have a Duke's tender. I got to ride on the real Duke's tender at Town Wharf. Like, get on my level, okay? Not to brag, because like it's kind of like me bragging about who's the most autistic, but it's bro, I got to ride on the real Duke. Like, that's awesome. Thanks, Class 08, that is right outside my home. Actually, now that I think of it, I didn't get to see a single Class 08 in England. I saw, you know what I saw? I saw in the train ride from, to the Bluebell Railway, I saw a towed brakeman, like the Great Western Railway 20MT towed van, and Kiwi didn't. Ha ha ha. I couldn't go to Audrey's extravaganza because I can't go to Britain because my parents are divorced. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm assuming you're. Yeah, I'm assuming you're still way too young and you rely on your parents for a lot of stuff. I get it. I get it. Um, they won't do another extravaganza for in a while, but they will. One day, the Audrey extravaganza will return. One day. If I have to guess, when the 85th anniversary hits, they're probably gonna make another one. Well, probably. I don't know actually. This is just what I'm assuming is gonna happen. But yeah, it's like I'm really thankful that I got the opportunity to go to a place that I've always wanted to go. It's actually really it was actually really refreshing, like to go to do something new and basically yeah just visit all the railways that I wanted to visit since I was like what 12. And it's like and so yeah, the UK was really fun. The UK was really really fun. Got to meet a lot of cool people. I gotta see all of these unique trains. It's I feel like a dream of mine came true. me just, you know, the river is meant to curve like this way, I think. And would I come back to the UK one day? Yes. I would absolutely come back one day. Because there's a lot that I didn't get to see that I wish I could see. And I'm pretty sure I got the whole supply of Thomas books. As I bought a shitload of them. Yeah, I don't do the best financial decisions, I know. I don't do the best decisions, period. What's the point of believing in stuff? You ever get the feeling? Believing in people. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes things don't work out. But sometimes things do. Sometimes things do work out. But it's always a matter of keep chugging along, keep going with the rhythm, and don't let yourself down like that. That's not take me a while to, you know, to forget. But I feel like time is the biggest, you know, time, like cure, like, you know, healer. Is healer the word? Should be the word, right? What's your favorite show besides Thomas the Tank Engine? Mine are the Cuphead Show and Smiling Friends. Oh, Smiling Friends was awesome. Can't wait for the new season to drop. I find it really funny. SpongeBob is a show that I liked as well. Regular show. I feel like regular show is underrated and overrated. No, not even overrated. I feel like that show is underrated. Like everyone talks about, you know, Adventure Time and Gumball, but I always have a soft spot for fucking Adventure Time. Adventure Time. What did I just say? What the hell? I had dyslexia. I'm sorry. Well, I don't know if I had dyslexia, but it's, you know, you would think because of how much I stumble over my words. You know, this is the reason I write the script for my videos, and this is the reason why the latest videos kind of sucked, because, you know, I thought to myself, like, you know, how feasible would it be if I don't write the script these videos, like, I just wanted to, you know, do a little experiment, but I felt like, you know, these styles of videos, you know, that I recently released, like, you know, have a lot of flaws. They don't flow as well, and it's because, you know, I envy the people who can improvise, like, easily, without stumbling or anything. I envy those people because, you know, the hardest part for me for making videos is, what's it called? The script and saying my lines. I take so much of my time fucking, you know, writing the script for those, and yeah. Now, this is what we call groundwork. So you see, before the first thing I feel like anyone needs to do with a route is, you know, work on the ground, like how I'm doing right here. My favorite part of Arcade Merchant is when Tobias says, "But my name is Tobias," and then Muscleman says, "You know who else is named Tobias? My mom!" And then Muscleman jump scares out of nowhere. Ah, man. Muscleman was something else. My mom! Cycles end. Cycles end. Nothing matters. This collection is meaningless. It's all gonna be dust one day. Am I cynical? Maybe. What's the Thomas Word railway destination you want to own? Definitely the sawmill and dumping depot. Have you seen that? That's like rare as fuck, I know. And it's like, especially and it's super expensive. But that destination is the bomb. I love it. It's such a well-made destination, so well thought out. Like you just look at that and say, yeah, you know, just yeah, looks cool. I love it. Let's be honest. The Warshire reset is something that would happen in a regular show. It definitely would. Benson saying how Mordecai and Rigby summoned the devil because they wanted the bag of chips. Doesn't need to make sense. It just needs to be funny. Muscle Man and the Arcane Merchant and other stories. I got to meet Tynes in Audrey. It's actually super chill. Super chill guy. I love him. Yeah, a lot of people got to sign my book. Veronica Chambers signed my book. Richard Audrey, Ian McHugh. Who else signed my book? TARDIS Rescue, Luke Ryan, Jake Harbour, Ty, T-Jock, Eli. So many cool people at Audrey. It makes me... Whenever life is rough, remember to surround yourself with people that actually, care and support about you, It's gonna be hard. It's like... I wish I would understand this concept sooner. Like, you can tell when someone doesn't love you back. You can just tell. There's an aura in the air. You can just tell when, when something is over. Probably should have been over sooner, the more I think of it. But, it happens. Carson's Plushier Palooza, hello. How you doing? Who would win the screaming match, Tynes or Trampy? Good question. I guess Trampy because, he makes a lot of voices. I own this sawmill and dumping deep, and I'm glad I do. I envy you. I signed the book. Yes, you did. Audrey 5 is the Infinity War and Endgame of the Thomas fandom. But who are we at war with? If that's the case, that's funny. No, but it's like, seeing everyone there, especially on the last day when, a chorus of whistles erupted and everyone was cheering. Like, that was so awesome, I meant the fact that everyone is here. Oh, yeah. It's kind of like not the end game. I would compare it more with the Smash Ultimate trailer. The first one where it says like everyone is here. Remember that? Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with the next Smash now that the Switch 2 is out. You see, I want a Switch 2. But I think I'm gonna wait until there's more games for it. Probably for I think my birthday would be a nice. Recently found my favorite Thomas VHS at Sabers, the 1987 release of King Kong vs. Godzilla. I thought it was gonna be something serious, you know, like, oh, I found Raisin Rescues and Runaways. King Kong, my favorite Thomas character. You see, I was a King Kong, you know. I was one of those guys that, you know, like, who would win? King Kong or Godzilla? And I was saying King Kong. Not because I thought he'd win, I just thought like, the idea of these two fighting was hilarious. Because Godzilla is, you know, a radioactive monster that breathes, you know, like, blue fire and, you know, and is, like, you know, radioactive and has all these powers. Meanwhile, King Kong is just he's just an ape. Just a giant ape, and that's it. Infinity War Endgame and the Smash Ultimate was so intertwined back in 2018 and 19. Yeah, they were. During Thomas Theory's trio to Audrey 5, he got kidnapped and he did a Family Guy fall pose in today's video from him. Actually, I didn't know how does the Thomas Theories look like. As I'm not sure if he showed his face before. He accidentally signed my book like twice by accident. Did you buy a Thomas prop from the auction? No, I did not. Listen, it was either buying something from the prop store or going to Audrey. And honestly, I feel like I chose wisely. Not that I wouldn't want to own a prop, like owning a prop would be really cool. It's just that, yeah, it's like I don't have enough money for both. Listen, if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't say anything, but there will be signs. If I had, you know, like, you know, Donald Trump money, maybe. Yeah, I would have bought the entire, like, Thomas prop catalog. You kidding me? If I was a millionaire, like, I would have had, you know, my own little Thomas museum. Actually, you know, the guy who bought the Billy prop and I believe like the big Clarabelle large scale prop, and a bunch of other stuff. He was at Audrey, and he was one of the organizers for the event. So we got to see, you know, like Edward and Henry and Thomas and Gordon and Duck. But we also got to see Billy, courtesy of Late 10. I think that's his name. Which is funny because, you know, I totally didn't recognize who he was. The voice sounded familiar, like, and he was like, "Oh, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am?" And I was like, you know, my brain had malfunctioned and I didn't know who he was. And so yeah, he was there. He did at one point. People compared him to Alpharat, LMAO. Yes, Thomas Theories has shown his face before. He's gotten quite a glow up as time went by. Actually, in the 1962 King Kong vs. Godzilla film, it ended in a draw. I hate that. I hate it when it's like, oh, it's like, it ends with a draw. No, it's like someone has to win. Someone has to win between these two. Actually, I have an idea. I don't know how feasible would this be, and I know nothing about how films work and like how does King Kong versus Godzilla work. But it's like, you know, let's say there's a King Kong versus Godzilla movie. Have it so select theaters have the ending where King Kong wins, and have other theaters go where the film where Godzilla wins. So people on Twitter and on the internet are gonna be like, "Oh, Godzilla won. What the fuck you mean? King Kong won. What the fuck you mean?" It's gonna create all this buzz that like certain theaters have a different ending to each movie. To of who do you want who do you want to win? I feel like that would be like a creative marketing stunt. Like a movie that has two endings, and you have to go to a specific theater to watch the other ending. Boscher Studios was at Audrey. Oh, he was. Oh, I did notice. I did notice that he was there. And also, I just want to say this about Boscher Studios. Thanks a lot, Boscher, for saying out of nowhere at the photo charter that you're gonna release yourself. So cool, Boscher. Thanks. I definitely needed to know that. You see, I wanted to tell you some cool things about the photo charter, but now I can't because everything that I can think of and that I remember is Boscher saying, "I'm about to release myself." Like, fuck you, Boscher. I mean, what can you expect from someone who drew tits on a fucking train? Was that mean? I think that was mean. I'm sorry. Fun fact, in the Book of Bill, there's a parody of the Colin Ballinger apology video. Oh, that shit? Ugh. That's such a funny video. Should I add the toxic gossip train to the route? All aboard the toxic gossip train, chugging down the tracks and harass me for my past. Or should I just shut up and never say anything ever again? What is to love someone? And what do you do when someone clearly doesn't love you back? They can say whatever. Yeah, I love you back. Yeah, totally. But I feel like actions speak louder than words sometimes. I think they do. I still don't know what happened with the fight at the event. Ah, okay. It wasn't a fight. I was there for that. Well, not there, but it was close enough. It wasn't a fight, it was more of a screaming match, and also, I feel like people blew it way out of proportion. Yeah, it wasn't a fight. Like, come on. Calling this a fight is disingenuous, honestly. Did you see that Boscher Rage video? Oh. It's like telling me yeah, of course. Yes, of course I drew tits on a fucking train. Don't need to remind me of it. I hope Boscher's not watching this stream. If so, hey Boscher, not cool. Not cool, my man. I think, this is not your brightest moment. Why do I sound like Dr. House all of a sudden? This is how Dr. House spoke. Like, yes, I'm gonna... The patient has lupus. Guess I'm Dr. House and I'm awesome. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen Dr. House, but I have a funny story related to that. So, there was this teacher in high school who none of us couldn't fucking stand. But she was mean. She was a nasty teacher, right? But I remember on the first day, because I went to a private school, like half the classes are in English, and you have to speak English like all throughout the class, So this class was for human anatomy. It's called Human Body and Resources or something like that. And, it was about the human body and shit. And so, at the beginning of the school year, like, the teacher was, like, stand up and say your name, your age, and, an interesting fact about yourself. And so, it came my turn. I said, Like, and I said in English, not in Spanish, in English. I said, "Hello, I'm Hugo. I'm how old was I? Like, I'm 17. I like doing this and that." And then she said, "Oh, it's not pronounced Hugo. Your name is pronounced huge, huge, like the Doctor House guy." And I was like, "Oh, okay. It's not pronounced Hugo then. It's pronounced huge, according to her." But I never knew like what she meant by that. I just assumed like, oh, there must be a character in Doctor House named Huge or whatever. But then I never saw the show growing up. I heard of it. A friend of mine recommended me that show, right? It's like it's his favorite show ever, apparently. And so I started watching it like when now I was in my way to London. And then I realized something. Oh, the actor that plays Doctor House, his name is Hugh Laurie. Hugh, like Ivo Hugh. Not huge, you dumb fucking teacher. Listen, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm amazing at English, but you know, it's like you can't correct me for something like that and then be wrong, you know. And also, like, you know, I'm pretty sure my name in English is Hugo. I'm pretty sure. If not, then why didn't no one tell me? What the fuck? What is this huge, like? Ah, man, it's like I would feel a bit more empathy, but that teacher fucking sucked. So it's like I don't feel empathy for that. Killer Keen start. Oh shit, wait. Ah fuck, I forgot about this path. Wait a bit. We're gonna do this real quick. There we go. It's gonna lead that way. It's a long walk just to get to the signal box. I don't know, I like to think that this signal box is like, you know, abandoned. Like they moved the signal box up, like they replaced it with this one. I don't know. Hugh, like Hugh Bonneville. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's Hugh, not huge, teacher. And she was so confident too. Like I was stupid, you know. But I'm not the stupid. You're the stupid. Sir Handel was... Wait. Duke was brown. Sir Handel... Such an easy line. Why can't I say it? Okay. Duke was brown. Falcon was blue. And Stuart was green. I think I said it wrong. What are your thoughts on customs made by the fandom in general? I have nothing but respect for custom makers, honestly. It was like they pulled up some impressive work, you know. Every time I look at someone's customs, I'm like, holy shit, that looks sick, you know. And it is sick. Like that's a skill I can never comprehend. And anyone who has that skill, like you have my utmost respect, sir. Like holy hell, well done. You see, for the most part, I think the Thomas fandom is one of the most talented fandoms ever. And definitely one of the most, you know, how would I say, passionate. And that's what I saw, the thing that intrigued me most about Audrey. Like, there were children, like, as young as 8. And they, like, there was this kid who came with, you know, a replica of one of the tugs. I forgot which one. It might have been, you know, like, Hercules or some shit. But it was, you know, he came, like, with a replica of one of the tugs. And he looked really impressive, like, you know, really high quality. And he was 8 years old, like, at least. Or at most. It's like, The level of talent that some of these motherfuckers have in the fandom is unreal. Like, yeah, say what you will about the Thomas fandom. Yeah, there's creeps here. Not everyone agrees, and stuff like that. And sometimes it's insufferable, like any fandom, really. But you cannot convince me that this is not one of the most passionate and talented fandoms like ever. The fandom is far from dead. That's what I got from Audrey. Thoughts on the CGI? Thomas and the Stinky Cheese CGI episode. That it's a thing. I mean, I always interpret that as like the pilot for the CGI series. In the same way that the Down the Mine pilot was, the pilot for the show. The pilot for the CGI series was the Stinky Cheese. They both grab a story from its previous source material. Like Down the Mine from the Railway series and Stinky Cheese from the television series. It looks like, way different from what would eventually become. The teacher fuck. The teacher watching the stream right now, I hope not. I hope not. Miss Magali, you were not a nice teacher. That's all I'm gonna say. You were like, a bit shit. No, I'm not gonna lie. And also, it's not huge. It's Hugh. I have a headcanon of making Splatter and Dodge be Ironworks easels as well. The purple livery of Splatter is passenger workers, and the green livery of Dodge is goods work. Oh, that's interesting. Sir Handel was brown, Peter Sam blue, and Duke green. Me when I'm colorblind. Yo, hey, Doggo, what's up? Doggo, I have a question for you. Do you want to join the stream? It's getting a bit lonely here. If not, if you're busy, it's understandable. I will not hold anything against you. I might fire you from the iOS, but that's another story. What was the first CGI episode you watched? Mine was Creaky Cranky. Holy shit, that's a good question. I don't remember. I saw Here with the Rails first. I know that, but it's like, I don't remember which one was the first full CGI episode I watched. It was shortly after that one episode of Here with the Rails. It was shortly after it came out. I remember that. Yeah, it must have been the, Creaky Cranky, one of the early ones. Or Splish Splash Splosh. That. Give me like 5. Actually, also, give me 2 minutes, people. My throat is fucking soaring. I need a glass of water. I'm not used to talking that much. So, BRB, I'm gonna grab my water can. So, yeah, just be right back. If you guys leave, I swear to God. Am I back? I think I'm back. Is my mic on? Yes, it is. I'm back, everyone. Not only that I went for water, but I also went for a piss. So we got a 2-for-1 combo there. Was that really necessary? I think it was absolutely necessary. What did I miss in the chat? Give me like 5. Oh, okay. Doggo might be joining us, guys. We're gonna have the insight from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Doggo. That's what many people who came back said. There are 2 types of people: normal people and people who hear someone is colorblind and go, "How many fingers am I holding?" Totally me. It would be fun, a more grounded world of Mavis. The Iron Twins, Splotch and Diesel 10 being a family unit until Mavis moved to the quarry because the Iron Twins missed their sister. Hence, why they're seen at the quarry in later seasons. Well, I'm adding that to my headcanon now. Actually, Nicholas, you're a fucking genius, I gotta say. Yeah, like, yeah, it's like if we're going to incorporate, you know, Diesel 10 as part of the Marvel series canon, like, I feel like that would be like a really interesting way of doing it. So, nice job, Nicholas. I might steal it from you if you don't mind. In my head, before Fergus arrived on the railway in season 7, one massive storm swept across the island. This is how all of the chaos of storm episodes from season 6 or 9 happened. So Fergus is a Time Lord, or how? Like, I didn't get the headcanon. If you would like to explain. Hero of the Rails is my favorite CGI episode, along with Diesel 10, the tank engine, who first appeared in the film Day of the Diesels. Hero of the Rails. Man, I have a lot of memories of Hero of the Rails. It's such an interesting time to be a Thomas fan. You know, I said it before, but it's like no one asked if I agreed with the CGI switchover. I didn't knew that it was gonna happen. There was a lot of stuff that, you know, I was too busy being 7 years old, right? But then when I first saw that special, something clicked. Guys, we have a special guest in the stream. Everyone say hello to Doggo. Like, I'm assuming people can hear you, Doggo.
Hello. Hi.
Now keep in mind it's 15 seconds delayed, I'm pretty sure. It's really annoying.
That's alright. Yeah.
Soon people will start saying if they can hear you or not.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait a fucking moment, I suppose.
So how you been doing, Doggo?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Went out, got some clothes, had food. Now I'm here.
Now I'm here.
Well, I've got one high doggo, so hopefully I'm audible.
Yeah, it should be audible. It should be. It says OBS that like the audio is coming through.
Okay, good. Good.
Good.
So what have we been discussing?
I don't know. I was discussing a bunch of topics. King Kong versus Godzilla, regular show.
I thought "Let's Talk" in the title meant like we're divulging what we're doing for phase 2.
Okay, it started with that. I showed everyone like, you know, what the loop line has.
Nobody asked if I agreed. Doggo just sort of appeared in the stream. Man.
Man, yeah, I was explaining them like how I felt about Hero of the Rails when you joined.
Yeah, I heard. Damn, dude. Man. Oh yeah,
actually,
no, I am audible. Okay, good.
It's like, actually, Doggo, like, how did you feel when you saw Hero of the Rails for the first time? When you were like baby Doggo watching the movie?
This is where I have to awkwardly explain. I didn't watch it growing up.
What? What? Why not?
I had classic era DVDs. I had a couple hit ones. And anything Thomas related I did watch online were either the RSMAGC uploads or fucking like Rama Fool and stuff. Like that era of the fandom.
Ah, Rama Fool. Classic Rama Fool.
Rama Fool, UC Weapon, Diesel D199.
The works diesel, the passing diesel, the...
Okay, that's the app, yeah. Oh, fuck.
I'm glad someone got the reference.
Oh my god.
Oh, Doggo, should we add that yard?
No, yeah, we know we should. Well, we discussed that already.
Did we? I forgot.
Yeah, we watched it together a couple nights ago.
Oh, yeah,
T
you're
was
right.
there, I think Mia was too. Yeah, like a couple locations like that, I see no harm. Especially the diesel yard. I think it looks nice. Mind you,
Yeah,
it's
it looks
Tomy.
It looks sick.
It's simple, so of course it's gonna look good. But I think it looks good. Besides, maybe we can bully Benny into making like a custom bridge asset for it. You know, something that high up.
Yeah, I'm gonna mentally torture Benny. Okay, I'm not, but
Yeah, that's what we'd like to do.
I saw Benny, like, I met Benny at the Audrey.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
What's the Bendel like? As chaotic as ever?
He was pretty normal, you know?
Pretty normal?
Well, I shouldn't say normal, but I don't know how to describe it, you know? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have started with normal, fuck. God damn it.
Well, what's wrong with saying normal?
Well, he was pretty cool, pretty chill, pretty awesome, you know?
Did he go on about fucking Pibby in front of you?
Not in front of me, no.
Oh, man.
But I was like, where's my buildings, Benny? Where's my buildings? I want my buildings.
Where's the Sodor suspension bridge?
Yo, when we get to the Soda suspension bridge, man, it's gonna be fire.
He's gonna cry. He'll fucking cry.
Yo, that sounds like a hard asset to make, honestly.
As for the diesel yard, I proposed Kirk Ronan. Just cause.
Well, if you think about it, you know
Not
how
really
it's
a
like
reason.
the station is raised and the bridge is raised, so
Yeah.
you know I can see the yards from here.
I mean, we could do a CGI Vickerstown thing, where the yard's a distance away, but it's below, so you can see the town and station from the yard. You know?
I like your thinking, yeah.
Because, you know, Kirk Ronan's fancy. It's special. Let's give it something, you know?
Yeah.
Something cool.
Right. It needs to
Makes
have
me
a
say
yard,
fancy.
like, you know.
It does. It's a fucking terminus. Like, bitch is a dead end. It needs a yard.
He needs a yard, yeah. Kirk Ronan, aka season 5 Knapford, but pretty much. It was pretty much that, you know.
Yeah. No, it just is, yeah. In my AU, Salty Stormy Tale takes place during calling all engines, which is why Salty doesn't show up at the meeting. He instead has to pull the lighthouse generator and Fergus to the repair yard. Oh, cool.
I mean, I think it's an accepted theory that, you know, all the storms in season 7 are the same storm, and like we see like different characters, you know, experience with the storm.
It's a good theory. There's nothing disproving it. Like, besides, that many episodes with a storm, it's like, either they were really rushed for purpose in the plot, or maybe they were trying something like that. We'll just never know unless one of the writers fucking tells us.
I'm gonna ask Abby Grant tomorrow.
Abby, no, nah.
It's like, hey Abby Grant, did all the storms were the same storm? It's like, Who the fuck are you? Get out of my house.
Who the fuck are you? Get out of my house. Why are you always in people's houses?
So you see, I'm really shy and I don't know how to knock, so I just, barge in.
I'm really shy, so I intrude. I trespass and I burgle.
I bagel.
Burgle, burgle.
Burgle, burgle, wurgle.
Burgle, burgle.
Burgity, wurgy.
Isn't it lovely having someone... No, 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 no.
What do you mean, no? What do you mean, no?
I mean, no. I mean, no.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Why didn't
No means
I
no.
say before I interrupted with the burgity, wurgity?
What?
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember now.
I distracted you
Yeah, you did.
with my mind.
You're funny, haha. Funny. Oh, I do remember now. Isn't it lovely having someone else on the stream, and this is what we're doing? Fucking spouting gibberish to each other in front of, 21 people.
Bros will be bros.
And we're really useful engines after all.
Then came a chorus. We're really useful engines after all. I'm sorry, Thomas, but that was the biggest cope out of any episode.
I mean, he's not wrong, though. Like, that is the thing. He's not wrong.
Well, it just comes across as like, we didn't learn shit today. Or it's like we're not really useful, we suck dick, but it's like, but we learned something and that's what matters. That's such a cope.
It is, yeah. Truth be told, it is season 3. I love season 3. It's great. It's also season 3.
I don't know, I feel like sometimes, there's like a crummy ass moral stuck in the end,
Sometimes there are, yeah.
Sometimes the endings are really sappy. Sometimes.
I don't know why they didn't just do a Mavis at the end, where it's just like, Fat Controller arrives. I run a railway, not a jam factory. Yes, sir. No, sir. And Percy puffed sadly away. And then it crossfades to him being clean, and it's like, and Percy made sure to blah, 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 blah again, Like, just do something like that. You didn't have to... I don't hate the ending we have. It is a little stupid. But people rag on it way too much.
It's just, really, like a really sappy ending, Also,
It is very sappy.
It's like, Thomas just, says, like, everything's fine, and everyone's like, okay.
Don't worry, guys, everything's fine. Everybody, I spin, thumbs up. Okay.
Okay. It's like, also the ending for, Buzz. It's kind of like that. Well, not really. I forgive that ending way more, truth be told.
Oh, I do too. There's nothing wrong with the Reverend's original ending, but it's an ending for a book story, not for an episode.
Yeah, because they added this whole subplot with James and Trevor and the bees and the orchard owner. Well, the baker George, the baker, yeah, that guy.
The bicker.
The bicker.
Admittedly, it's a little sappy. And they called him the bee's knees, and that meant he was more useful than ever. Like, okay.
What?
Sure,
Okay.
Sure, why not? But I'm not going to complain. But okay.
I know. It's like, I feel like it could have ended with Duck and James. Like maybe Duck says like a B James, like a B James joke to James, and James laughs, as he has to admit the situation was pretty funny.
That would have been better. Oh, dude, imagine fucking Boko on the Tidmouth Shed set.
Oh, that would have been great.
That would have been nice, because it happens once, twice in the whole show, and one of the times you can't even fucking see his face. Like,
Exactly.
damn.
There's also that one promo pic with Ringo on set.
Oh yeah, that one. That is such a weird shot. I want to know why they're all there like that.
Yeah, I want to know why. It's like
it has a reason.
it's like people have theorized because you know like if the Daisy
Is this where we
theory is
talk about
true,
breakfast?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it would make sense, but I don't know. It's like part of me feels that they just grabbed a bunch of trains randomly just for the photo.
They probably did, to be honest. And besides, it's like, you need Thomas, and Boko's new to the season. Especially if it was long before Daisy, then he's the, only new big Diesel. It's a promo shot, isn't it? Like, I'm sure it was released in newspapers and stuff, where
Yeah,
they could easily talk about. And the new big Diesel, who's friendly, in fucking newspapers to promote everything.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's probably why.
but yeah, it's such a weird shot, especially
It's so
Gordon's
weird.
pulling Annie and
It's so
Clara.
weird.
Like what?
And never mind that the Knapford sign is on the signal box at Tidmouth Sheds.
Oh yeah.
That hurts me.
It's like, what? What's happening?
It almost makes you think for a moment. What have we been lied to this whole time?
I don't want to think. I can't use my brain. We've been bamboozled, doggo. We've been bamboozled.
Sorry?
We've been bamboozled.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Daisy theory, man. I think it is probably true. I want confirmation, though. I'm greedy. I want to hear yes to that.
You remember the Shigeru Miyamoto video where they keep asking him, like Mario theories, and he's just like says yes or no with his head. I want that, but with
Yeah.
Thomas. It's like, was Daisy not meant to be in season 2, and just someone is like, nope.
Oh. I want to just bring up something interesting. It's not a big talking point. It's just something I guess they scrapped it because they didn't do foreign, but still, why didn't they do double header? Just change it. I know they were a lot more faithful in season 2. I guess that's probably why, because they didn't want to change it a whole lot back then.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's just it's one of those things. Like, why?
Like, why didn't they do
it?
doubleheader? Like,
Yeah, it's such a simple story. All you need is countryside. That's it.
and a station or two.
You need 3 stations. 3 stations. That's it. They had Kronk, they had Tidmouth, and Knapford. Start at Tidmouth. I know it's ass, but let Toby break down near Kronk, and then he pushes him to Knapford. Like, that still works in the confines of Soda.
I honestly think because they canceled Gordon Goes Foreign, and that story is tied to that, and also because
I
they
know,
wanted
that's
more
probably why.
Thomas stories.
But they were gonna fucking do foreign Plunge anyways. Like, okay, fine, Thomas appears in Plunge. Oh wait, no, sorry, no. They were gonna do Promise. Wait, Plunge was always planned, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that whole
Okay.
book was planned, except for the last story. But
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Promise instead. But still, like, I don't know. I don't know. They could have gotten away with that one very easily.
yeah, I feel like they
Because
could
instead
have.
we got, like, I don't know. I don't know. Fucking whatever. Season 2 is a fucking anomaly.
It's so weird. Like the choices they made are pretty weird. I love that season.
It
That
has to
season
be,
is awesome. But you know.
It has to be the most interesting in terms of production. It has to be.
Oh yeah, it totally is. Yeah.
Oh man.
Now, what I want to know
I'm
is
just-
that if they wanted like
Yeah.
Thomas stories, there's Triple Header, there's Stop Thief. What else?
Okay. I would wager they didn't do triple header. First of all, because Percy's already in so much. Second, I know they used the season 1 coaches at Knapford and Wrong Road, but season 2 coaches are a fucking mile long. 3 tank engines, and at least 3 of those, it's gonna like max out the set almost instantly.
That's true. But nothing out of the
And-
ordinary. Like,
I'm
Like-
wondering too if them, yeah.
does they only need like what Knackford, the Hill, couple sets, all in the works.
Arguably Wellsworth. But yeah, the works is probably where... Because, yeah, that's the problem. Because we know from a doubleheader it was always planned to be at Knapford, I think. So that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. To go from, say, Knapford or Tidmouth, go over the hill, and arrive again at Knapford.
Wait, like
I
even
wouldn't
in
put
the
it past them.
like in the season 2 script,
still.
was it always Knackford?
Let me check. Doubleheader.
'Cause if not, it's like I'm like, did they just looped around? Like,
Here, I'm gonna fucking tripping balls. Proof for episode production. Nope, that's not what I want. Concept art. Scripts, give me scripts. Where are the scripts?
where are they?
Where are they? Oh god. The wiki man, the wiki.
Video las operaciones
Thomas.
básicas,
Season 2.
la suma, resta, multiplicación,
Episode,
división.
episodes.
Nosotros podemos agarrar
we
cualquier
go.
operación matemática.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Stop Thief, I think, would have been pushing them maybe a little. Would have been cool. Yeah,
I guess they needed more stories with Birdie and Terrence. I don't know,
yeah.
and Harold.
I'm just thinking, like, maybe they thought it was too similar to The Runaway. So it's like, okay, which one do we use? A story about Thomas with an unnamed faceless lorry? Or a story about Thomas also running along the branch line, but we can have our new helicopter character instead? I think
That's-
that kind of sells it right
That's
there.
that's true, but it's like no, it's like what I mean is if they needed more Thomas stories instead of asking Christopher to write more, they could have used the book that was already there. That's already part of it. I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
Oh my god.
But not knowing is what pains me.
Here we go. Oh, okay. Finally fucking found it. I have no clue what they were gonna do. But let's be honest. the works is at Knapford in season 3. Probably fair to assume that's where they would have ended it in season 2.
Probably. I don't think they would have built the
Like-
works like Croman's Gate in.
No, they wouldn't have. No chance. No chance they would have.
It's like they skipped the Scarloia books for a reason, you know?
Exactly.
It's kind of weird to think that, like, you know, all of those characters were really series exclusive at one point.
That is so fucked up, man. That's so weird to think about.
That's fucked up. Imagine if they adapted, you know, like, those annual stories like Edward Cracks a Nut. I think that's the worst title out of all of that show.
Somebody, Carson's Plushier Palooza makes a decent point, which is true. They probably cut some of them because they had so few countryside sets in season 2. Because they kind of did have a lack.
Okay, let me think about it. Let me think about the sets. Like, Castle set, Cow's Bridge. Those count, right?
Yeah. The Viaduct.
Viaduct, Gordon's Hill, Wellsworth. No Marin.
They had Crosby.
Crosby, Titmouth, Knapford.
Starting to run out of sets already. And not even all of those are countryside. I guess they could have reused some of the Edward sets.
Yeah, like everything took place on Edward's line. The more I think of it, like most of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jim Cole says he never drove a better engine. Do save him, sir. He's kind of useless, but come on, you know. It's like, what work do you do? I know how to emote.
I'm looking at the temp doubleheader script they had.
Yeah.
It is so strange.
By the way, I'll be right back. My
Alright.
mom is calling me. Sorry.
That's okay. Chad, it's you and me. Yeah, the other Railway Series exclusive newbies. Long time before they were official. Matt's works. I'm gonna level. I don't know what the hell you're trying to do. I don't know how funny you're trying to be. We're here talking about random things from Thomas and Friends production history. I don't think we need to bring politics in any regard into it. Just gonna be really honest. Especially when you seem to be a part of the community. I don't know what you're trying to do. A Kahoot. Not my realm to say. Sorry. I won't be there for it if Hugo hosts one. I'll tell you that. I'm getting tired. Let's see. Oh. I don't even know what you do on Kahoot anyways. Like, I know what it is. I've played it millions of times. Just, I don't know. What kind of Kahoot would you want to do? Like, who can answer the Thomas quote the fastest? Or are we looking at, like, when was Pangea fucking separated? I just want to say quickly, by the way, I think it's very interesting looking at the doubleheader script. It's pretty much like it's not verbatim, I believe, but it's very similar. And it goes back to the earlier point. Season 2 was a lot more dead set on adapting as closely as they could. So looking at the script, it's like, wow. It's wild how similar it all is. But then they have a whole bit in here where the fireman, it's said that he waves down a goods train. Well, that's just kind of weird. Hello, Hugo. Are you back? I don't think he is. Thought he was. I will ask Hugo when he comes back. I'm sure he knows much more about it than I do. So are we all doing okay? How are we tonight? Are we excited for the weekend? I'm excited for the weekend, I think. Oh boy. Oh. Time to put on some music. Yeah, let's do that.
Guess who's back again?
Hugo,
Yes.
Trackmaster's been asking about doing Kahoot later. I take it you know something about that.
Oh, it's like, I can't promise it will be tonight because no, it's like I don't think it will be tonight, but it's like I do want to make a Kahoot at some point. That sounds like a fun idea, a Kahoot.
Kahoot. Sounds like a real hoot. Right?
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot.
You know, I've been doing nothing but fields.
Yeah. Is it getting mind-numbing yet?
Kind of, cause listen, I like fields as much as the next guy, but sometimes you just have to say that's too many fields.
Then add in a forest somewhere.
No, because I will add Henry's Forest, like it's mapped out.
No, but just like a small little forest. Just something to break the line sight.
Here it is. I added like bro trees.
So add another one.
Good idea. I should add.
Should.
I should add 10,000
should add
forests.
many more trees. There you go.
Sort of more like tree land. There's a lot of trees.
That's so fucking funny. That's so funny. You're making me laugh so much. Oh my god.
They call me
Funny, Hugo.
they call me comedian.
Guys, his name is comedian now. Laugh.
Laugh.
So funny.
I'm hilarious.
I know you're a comedian. Oh. I'll give it 20 more minutes, then I'm gonna go to bed.
You wanna go to
I
bed?
am
Wow.
In
Wow.
20 minutes. By then, I will be bagged.
You're telling me you're a human being that gets tired? Nah.
Yeah.
¿Qué haces, Sam?
Soy en directo.
Todavía.
Oh boy.
Sorry, my mom walked into the room. Guess what?
No, estoy
Oh,
bien.
no worries. I think it's just us again, chat.
Nah, I'm here.
Oh, good. Oh, Hugo, will you react to any Thomas episodes or movies in the future on stream?
¿Por qué te cayeron esto?
Isn't that
If-
gonna...
If Mattel would allow me.
Aquí porque aquí se...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd probably take that down.
No, pues ya tienen agua.
No, están vacías y caliente y nomás
No me
tiraron la
perdí.
mitad
Ah,
de una
sí,
y
está bien.
caliente.
Sorry for the noise.
Oh, that's alright.
No tienen ganas de terminar, así que toca la...
No, es que quieren acabar, luego. Es que necesitan el dinero.
Spanish talking. Dog is like when we get to
What's up?
Gordon, when we get to Marin, just imagine.
What, we're like just under halfway down the main line?
Is that halfway done?
Marin's just short, I think.
Or maybe Kildane's the halfway mark.
That's pretty much dead center.
You see, I wanna make Kildane like York.
Yep.
It's not like York.
Yeah, let me take a look at York. York Station.
No, it's like when we're exploring the town with Callum.
Yep.
Like it was really scenic. I really loved how that looked.
So you want to make the town like York?
Yeah.
Okay. Hugo, what are your top 3 favorite surprises from the 80th anniversary so far?
Okay. The Down the Mine pilot. The Down the Mine pilot. The Down the Mine pilot.
Yeah, that's fair.
That shit was beautiful.
It's very nice.
Yeah, Thomas, that's nice.
Shut the fuck up. Man. Yeah, I don't know. I've accepted we have the pilot. I just don't think it's clicked yet in my mind that we have the pilot. Well,
Trust me.
at the very least, a reconstruction.
Don't worry. Like one day you're gonna be working or like you're gonna be doing something, and then it's gonna click. Holy shit! The pilot.
Oh my god, we have the pilot.
No way.
No mention of the sequel to Thomas Blows a Stack. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I don't know if I've even seen it. I probably did and I forgot. But that's also like last year or something. Phase 2 by the end of 2026? Hey, Hugo?
Anything can happen, man. No, honestly, for real, I do think because these updates are gonna be smaller. I do feel like their phase 2 should be coming out like soon-ish.
Soon-ish.
Actually, well, not this year. Not this year. Like, no way I'm gonna finish it this year. But like, I mean, like here up to 2026.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
And when I finish it, you better not. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better what?
Let's see. So, how is this working then? You're working on the route, obviously. Is phase
Yeah.
2 just going to be an extension of, like, 1 on the same route itself?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like, when you finish phase 2, are you going to cut out all the stuff included in phase 1? For, like, performance and stuff?
Well, I would rather have everything connected. But, yeah, I understand that, like, that's just gonna lag out the game even more,
Like, phase 1 is already kind of chunky, I'll be honest.
Like the big. Okay, no.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Nope. Bad.
Like,
Points finger at you, bad.
I'm not a dog. I'm not doggo.
It's amazing how much you made me, like, not laugh.
That was the least funny thing you heard all week.
Actually, yeah. I think I might be.
You did it. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, good for you.
Oh, I need to connect this river with the season 7 bridge. Fuck. How am I gonna do that?
Very carefully.
They did surgery on the grape. Remember that meme? They did surgery on the grape.
Yeah. Hugo, could you make/find multiple Kahoots to play? Can people make Kahoots for you to play if you look through them first for the future?
That would be fun. That would be like a fun dynamic. That would be like a fun activity, I feel. I suck at Kahoots sometimes because it always happens. You're in first place, they get a question wrong, and now you're down to 16th somehow.
And you can answer literally instantly, get all of them right, and somehow you will always be behind.
Like, who was the motherfucker who clicked, who was like 2 points behind me, like, or after me? Like, what the fuck? How do you do that?
I have no idea. Is that the crash field? Mind you, I'm 15 fucking seconds behind, but
Yeah, you kind of are, but yeah, it's James's field from season 1 where James fucking dies. Yeah, it is.
nice.
It's on the loop line, like canonically.
Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. We're not about to debate that.
Actually, Hugo, it's on the west
I
side of the
will
Brendam
end-
Peninsula.
I mean, you want sets there.
But yeah, but not that one.
Fuck. Oh yeah, yeah. Never forget, they were gonna put the fucking bootlace incident there too. Never forget that.
Wait, how do we know?
It's on the season 1 map. They scratch it out afterwards. But originally, it seems Midden proposed it would happen there. Which is fucked.
I'm glad they didn't. I'm super glad they didn't.
I mean, it wouldn't change anything.
Well, no, but just that because he filmed that on the 3-track main line, you know? That
Yeah.
goat set.
Yeah, isn't the goat called shish kebab for some reason?
Well, okay, that's a name the fandom made up. I don't think there's anything confirming that he's called shish kebab.
Well, no, of course not. It's just, I don't know where it came from.
I don't know either. I just heard that, yeah, it's shish kebab, and I was like, okay. Sure.
Because it's something from SI3D. So, I don't know. I have no idea. We might have to ask the workshops team. They might know.
I saw Sean at the fucking event. Like, I should have asked him, like, hey, where shish kebab come from?
Oh no! What a shame you didn't think about the fucking goat.
It probably would have said, like,
Sorry, no, is it a goat?
his hat blew
Anyways.
off into a field where a goat ate it for tea.
Nice.
Sorry for correcting you.
Damn. Oh, will you buy Bachman Flying Scotsman or Cato Duke when they both come out?
I'm not a Bachman person. How cringe
So
of me,
about the
right?
Duke.
No.
Isn't that a Japanese exclusive.
The Duke is, I'm pretty sure. The Flying Scotsman's
Yeah,
not even
Duke.
out. They just announced it.
Admittedly, the Duke. Good.
Yeah, it looks sick. Looks really good. It's like, I can't believe we're getting Duke merch in 2025.
I know. That is so strange. Like, it's kind of scary that of all characters, Duke is going to be more relevant than, like, Oliver.
I know, it's so
Or
weird.
fucking, like, arguably even Edward and Henry. Like, that's really screwed.
That's really fucked. Fucking Bullstrode merch. Bullstrode merch.
No, not Bullstrode. I know we're, like, always taken aback, but we know why.
It's a boat.
Yeah, he's the only one. We shouldn't be surprised still.
But yeah, Edward and Henry, nah.
That's a good point. Duke being more relevant than Spencer is crazy. That is.
That's wild. Jesus.
Like what? Duke's gonna be the most relevant narrow gauge engine? Technically?
Technically, yeah.
That's so fucked.
No, I needed this call so bad, you know. I just needed to talk to someone. Distract my mind for a bit.
Oh, no worries. What should we? What's your least favorite type of cheese?
Good question. Cottage is like, you know, pretty rough, you know.
I'll just say yeah and nod my head.
What's your
I
least
have
favorite
no
type of
idea
cheese?
What that is. No clue.
Yeah, me neither. I just said it like out of the top of my head.
Okay, alright, let's fucking make some people mad. Least favorite fast food place?
Ah, nice. Burger King.
No, that's very fair. That's very fair.
Actually, you know, it's like the last day we were at London.
Yep.
You
did not get Burger King.
We got Burger King.
Oh, British Burger King? I feel
British.
like that's worse than the others.
Oh, it was. It's like we Uber Eats that shit, and I was like, this. What a sour note to end things on, you know.
By the way, there's an important question being asked.
Yes.
Pretty sure you get this asked a lot, but do you know where I can find certain assets that are unknown? Thomas content is always faulty or missing. Best bet is Qid search chats in train servers.
Yeah.
Especially for Thomas ones you'll want, like TSI for example. They've got the help me chat.
Exactly, yeah. That's like your best bet right now.
Unfortunately, it's not independent. Like, people will have to search the Qids for you to see if they have them to send. So it might take a little bit to get all the ones you need. But that's the best bet. You won't find them on the download station.
Who knew trains was, you know, terrible?
As for me, least favorite's odd. Probably Burger King. I'm more partial to it than most, I think, but I haven't had it in a long time. Last time I did, I remember hating it. I got I think just like a normal Whopper, and the only thing I could taste by the end of the patty was salt.
Ew.
It was horrid. Like, I could tell how much sodium I was taking in, and I despised it.
That's rough.
Admittedly, and this is a good thing, I don't really enjoy fast food that much anymore. Like, oh, fuck me, man.
I was gonna say, like, it's like, I was gonna say, like, you know, why, but then I was like, no, actually, good thing, because, you know, too much fast food is bad for you, you know? For your health and stuff.
Y'all saying Burger King when Arby's is right there. I've had Arby's once or twice. I enjoyed it. But I have different health standards in Canada. I don't know what it's like in the States.
Oh, I think yeah, I've definitely been to Arby's at least one time, and I did not like it.
No?
No. Well, it was an American Arby's, but still.
Damn, maybe I just got a good item from a good Arby's.
Like, once in a lifetime. Like, once in every blue moon.
Favorite fast food place?
Favorite, Five Guys.
If I had to choose? Really?
Yeah.
I've never been.
Oh, you should. Honestly, yeah, you should. Like, you know how I say that, you know, the best thing I ate in the UK was Five Guys?
Oh, wasn't that?
Yeah. Which is kind of sad because, you know, that shit's American, you know?
Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to say either Subway, Harvey's, one of
Harvey's?
those two. Yeah, Harvey's.
What is that?
Don't tell me you don't have Harvey's.
No, I never even heard of it. Sorry, I'm Mexican. Sorry.
Think basically like it's burgers and stuff, but with good meat, and you get to pick the toppings you want. So it's kind of like Subway a little, but it's not quite the same.
So it's like Subway but with burgers. Boigas.
Kind of, yeah. Pretty much that's what it boils down to. It's good though. They've got high quality meat and stuff.
Is it just a Canadian thing, or is it is it in America
I
also?
thought it was North American. I'm pretty sure it's in the States. Oh. Oh, maybe not. No, it has to be. There's no chance it's not. There's Harvey's in the U.S. Oh my god, it's Canadian. It's not really in the States. No wonder you haven't heard about it.
That's
Damn!
exactly.
What a shame. It's good.
Listen, like, the first Jack in the Box opened in my city, like, recently.
No, I've never been.
No, I've been to an American Jack in the Box. I remember it tasted okay. Like, I didn't think it was, anything that special, honestly.
Have you ever been to Denny's? What is Denny's?
Oh,
Is
I
that a
have.
breakfast place.
It's kind of like a diner, But the thing is, okay, I've been to Dennis once, and there's Dennis. There used to be Dennis in Mexico.
Okay.
I believe they all went extinct, but but basically, the only time we went, I remember, they gave my mom, like a dirty spoon and like dirty utensils and dirty, glass. And we never
Yep.
been to it
No.
Dennis again. Like that soured our view of Dennis forever. And we've never been back.
Man, honestly, that's rough.
Carl's Jr. I thought Carl's Jr. was Mexican for a while, but I don't know what the fuck was I tripping, Because I've never seen one in the U.S.
You guys have way more places than I do. I'll tell you that. But yeah, Long John Silver's. I've watched Moist Critical videos. They claim that is the fucking definition of bad.
Really?
Like up there with Burger King in terms of how bad it is.
Boiga King.
Burger King.
I mean, it's probably your fault for trusting a place called Long John Silver's, to be honest. That doesn't sound like a good name. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if it's the name of a restaurant.
It sounds like the name of a.
But be careful what you say.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get cancelled.
Yeah, I thought so.
My lawyers advise me not to
Really just
continue.
shout. As someone from the U.S., fast food is now stupidly expensive. It's like that everywhere. For me, it's stupid expensive.
For me too. Well, to be fair, I haven't been to a lot of fast food places here, but if fast food, I only go to the U.S. really. But here's the thing: it is kind of expensive. Like,
Well, it is. Oh, it's the James set.
It's the James set. At Hugo's graduation speech for pre-K, he probably said something like Hugo wants to be a Waffle House worker when he grows up. Nah. Listen, I'd be dead in the ground before I work at fucking Waffle House.
He'll go to IHOP first.
Actually, I remember the pancakes from IHOP. They were pretty fire.
I do not have IHOP. There's not a single one as far as I know.
There's an IHOP near my house, actually. But here's the thing. Oftentimes, when you compare, like, for example, a Mexican IHOP with an American one, it's different. Like, I don't know, like, they get, like, different types of flour or whatever, but it's like, it doesn't taste exactly the same.
It's whatever's native to the area and cooperates with the health codes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like different places, different regulations,
Exactly.
Different
Rules and
local
regulations
shit. Rules and regulations now.
Let me be cheeky for a moment. Hugo, have you seen or bought any of the new 80th merch? Look on his channel.
No, well, does the Playroll Thomas count?
Yes, it does. It's 80th merch.
Okay, then, yeah, that one. And I made a review of
Go
it.
watch the video.
Exactly.
Yeah, go watch the video.
But do I want more? Yeah, I do want more. I do want some of the Trackmasters are pretty cool. The die-casts.
Can I be honest? It's not stuck in my mind, but I think it's fair to be sore about it a little. Where's the Railway series? It's the 80th anniversary, and still, we cannot have Wilbert and Christopher's books all together. Still.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting a re-release of not Christopher's books, because, that's... I feel like that would be asking too much.
I did. It's the 80th anniversary.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like, I know the Reverend started it, but Christopher continued it. The Railway series as a whole should be celebrated. Therefore,
Oh my god, Dougal, I don't know if I told you this, but, I bought a bunch of books at Towin, right?
Yeah.
But they were selling at the Towin, at Audrey, right? In the tent. They were selling some of the Chris Audrey books, like The Great Railway Show,
For a
High
fucking
Speed.
fortune.
£100 each.
Yeah. Because Christopher's books are just fucking awful to get hold of.
Okay, I get that. But I got a 1956 copy of the 3 railway engines for £4. You'd think that would be like more expensive. I know it's not, first edition Middleton, but still,
But it's still an early release. It's not in any of the collections. Like, yeah, I know. I just, man, I'm sorry. It's just, it should not be this hard to have the books together.
I know.
The fact it is really unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Like, I get it if you don't like Christopher's stories as much. Generally, I don't. Like, I do prefer the Reverends, but Christopher's are not all awful.
No, I like the Great Railway Show one.
They still deserve to be celebrated.
I mean, considering that, listen, I think Christopher Audrey had, like, way more restrictions that, like, his father did.
He just factually did. We all know about the Thomas rule. Like, I don't think we need to talk about it. We know that was a thing.
Exactly. It's like... And yeah, it's like that really hurt his books a lot, I think a lot of his books focus on Thomas and the Farquhar branch line. Like, far too many, I would say. But even so, I do think he had some creative ideas. Some really, really great ideas,
He did.
And I like how his books are like, as a railway series is kind of, in the past,
Yep.
But
yeah,
his
his extension brings it up.
Like updates it, how the engines are doing in the then modern era, in the 80s and 90s.
Like, don't forget, everybody, The last book canonically takes place only 14 years ago.
Now, you did heard that Richard Audrey is considering, or is now the lore keeper of the books, right?
I know.
And he has already thought of some shit.
I know the stuff, yeah, the austerity, the power plants. Pip and Emma are still in service, that's nice to hear.
That's nice to hear, yeah. Wonder how the engines managed during the pandemic.
We have to assume they did alright. There was no mention of anything going wrong. I don't think we should assume there was.
No, I mean, I wasn't expecting something like bad to happen. Like just proper COVID procedures.
It's whatever England would have actually done. I think we can assume.
How is Sodor managing with Brexit? Shit like that.
Yeah, there's coal near Tidmouth now. That's pretty cool.
And then it said like not so long after the Russian-Ukraine war, I was like, oh, okay, that's canon.
Yeah, it's like literally brand new. Well, of course it is. It's the real world. Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing. Of course it's not. Just factually, though, we know this shit happens.
I think if Sodor was real, like all the Audrey Saragansas would be at Crowens Gate or something like that.
I mean this honestly. I hope Richard Audrey's doing it because he wants to. I'm sure it is. Like, he wouldn't do it otherwise, I think.
Yeah.
I just hope he's having a good time with it.
Yeah, me too. Like, I hope he has fun,
Because honestly, that's kind of what Sodor needs in modern era. It just needs to be fun.
Yeah, nothing serious,
Yeah.
Gordon got a new hat.
Gordon got a new hat. Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
Great, that's fucking fantastic. Well done, Hugo, well done.
that's my contribution to the lore. Thank you very much.
Yo quiero decir abajo a ver cómo quedó, ya se fueron.
So yeah, it's like there's a good chance, and I don't know how if Richard would be willing to do it, but it's like maybe in some years we will see like a new railway series installment, which I know it's crazy because because the railway series is canonically over.
I think it would be cool. My thing is that, like, I'm pretty sure Mattel owns the rights over the books to an extent.
No, they don't, do they?
Because the Railway series is, like, I mean, I don't know if they do. I thought Hit Entertainment did, though. And they wanted Christopher to kind of stop writing. I thought that was the whole point of the final book.
Huh. I know, like, I think Brit bought the rights, like, the full-on rights, a little bit before Tatmar.
Well, then that means that Hit, when they took over Ghislaine, those rights. And since Hit was bought by Mattel...
It would make sense because, like, when the 2000s hits, like, we got, really few books, like, just Thomas and Victoria and the other one. Like, there was a like, almost 12-year gap between New Little Engines and Thomas and Victoria, which is crazy, man.
Wavy. Oh god.
Sorry, that burp sounded disgusting. I know.
In a world where Richard Audrey does write another book, I'd be excited for it.
Ah, me too.
I'm not, I mean this in the best way, I'm not expecting the world from it. Like, I don't know how good it would be, because I don't know what his profession is. I don't know if he partakes in writing.
Yeah, I don't know what he does either. Like, he's really good at pool, though.
Yeah, apparently he is. Fucking hell. But still. And, like, something about it, too. I feel like the books maybe it's just because the books ended, but I feel like they're in the same state as the show, where, pardon me, if you try to have too consistent a timeline, and everything has to start changing, it doesn't feel the same anymore. Which isn't a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. It's hard to explain. It's like, what if one of the characters was altered permanently for the rest of time? Like, is it really that character anymore? Like, now there's this weird divide between, like, fucking original Duncan and rebuilt Duncan, you know? It's like,
let's see.
Is he the same anymore?
I mean, is Henry, old shape Henry, new shape Henry the same?
Yes, God, please don't say that they're different engines. I'm
Or
sorry,
maybe-
that is so silly.
There's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, man. It's a conspiracy, man.
I know. Oh, fuck off. Trackmaster says, what else, honestly, can be done with the series, though? I think there's lots that can be. You just have to make it.
Exactly. A good writer can make anything work, you know?
Further, it's like, now there's a coaling plant on the island. Now there's a new branch line.
Oh, to
New
Harwick.
characters to
They
go with
finally,
it, like-
they finally built that fucking extension to Harwick. Wow.
You could center an entire book around what the extension project is doing to the main line.
Give a name to the austerity engine, like
Yeah.
Marcus or some shit.
Marcus. Marcus.
Like my good friend Marcus.
Such pretty windows. Like, there is stuff you can still do. You just have to get a little inventive.
Exactly. Or maybe make a book of the electric line. Please.
Well, yeah, never mind. Like, yeah, you've got the electric line. We've never seen the Kirk Ronan branch, except in 2 illustrations that are from the fucking, like, early 1900s.
I know. It would be pretty nice to see. Or fucking Normie. We've never seen Normie, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Or, like, I'm just saying, maybe it's time to talk about Bloomer?
That would be nice. I mean, okay. Talking about Bloomer would be going back to the past, you know? And
But still, that
Well,
is
here's-
something to do with it. Well, no, but what if Bloomer's brought to present?
oh yeah. I feel
Like,
like
there's
I,
no reason it can't be.
I feel like they should have written a book about Bloomer, like Audrey, you know.
Because I think the lore goes.
No, it's
that
like Sir
Bloomer
Topham
was
Hatt.
found.
Yeah, he was found by Sir Topham Hatt or
He
some
was
shit.
found in a shed in Scotland, which implies that he was brought to Sodor if he's a character.
It's like my AU. Audrey writes
Yeah.
a book about Bloomer. It gets adapted in season 4. Then they make a Wooden Railway Bloomer toy. I want a Wooden Railway Bloomer toy.
Like, I don't know what. I think Bloomer's one of those things that, because it was on the Farquhar layout, the Reverend wrote it into lore. Like, just as a fun, like, oh yeah, so it's not a random ass model, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it has a history. But still, that's a history. Technically, as far as I know, that's official.
I mean,
which means
Daisy-
that's the story.
Daisy started like that. Mavis started like that, you know. They were
Exactly. So why can't Bloomer be the same? Let him pull enthusiast trains. Easy.
Yeah, and like, you
Like-
know, the stories we adapted in season 4. I don't know why season 4 specifically. I think Bloomer would have been in season 3 if we're real about it, you know? Or 2.
I don't know, Hugo. I don't know. Not 2. Not 2, no chance.
No,
way
2.
it's 2.
2 already has a lot of fucking characters.
I think 3 is also too early.
You think so?
They didn't mention Flying Scotsman. Do you think they're gonna mention fucking Scotland in season 3 at that point?
I mean, I'm okay if his story is rewritten that he was found on the shed on Sodor. Like, I'm fine with that. Maybe it's because I'm used to how the TV series is. He just gets the Stepney treatment and they just write a completely different backstory where Sir Handel goes to the main line and saves him.
Fuck off. Sir Handel to the rescue. It's beat for beat the same, but it's like a new branch line, and they need a new engine, and it's Bloomer instead of Stepney.
Exactly. It's like, excuse me, says Sir Handel. Do you like bloomers?
Do you like roses? Yes, roses are beautiful. Well, you're soon gonna see lots of them, because I'm getting you out of here.
Just a shameless
Everybody
copy paste.
worked fast. That would be so awful.
We've done it. We're over the border. Back on our own,
Back on our
railway.
own railway.
Mission accomplished. Who's saying that? Rusty?
Yeah,
In the
that's
episode?
Rusty. Yeah.
Imagine, like, you're at night, you know, on one of the houses there, like near the
You
bridge.
just hear Rusty saying that. It's like, what the
Like-
fuck?
Mission
what are you
accomplished. Like, oh, okay.
Shut
Mission
up, I'm
accom-
trying to sleep.
There's a guy, you know, outside, you know, smoking a cigar, you know, having a good time.
It's so fucked up.
And then this fucking train passes and says mission accomplished.
It's so ominous.
What do you do? Like,
Oh my god.
I'd be like, oh, okay.
You don't do anything. You sit there and fucking watch. You let that shit happen.
I don't know what they accomplished and what the mission was, but good for him. Good for him.
Good for them. Good train.
Good train. I like trains. Trains are
I
cool.
love trains. Still though, it's like you can do stuff. I don't. Modern day Sodor is weird for me. I just like Sodor more in the past. I think it's just more interesting.
Yeah, it's just more interesting. Like Bloomer. Well, not just Bloomer. Like
Oh my god.
the electric line. I mean, there's 80 engines on Sodor. Like canonically speaking, 80 engines.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if there's 80, that means there's a lot more sheds than we realize.
I mean, there must be a shed at Normanby. You know, just saying.
Like, we know what? A total 20 ish.
20, 30, something like that. Something
we know
of that
1
nature.
through 11. Oh, fuck. Bill and Ben don't count. Because they're the China Clay Works company.
I mean,
In the books, they don't count.
do the Skarloey count?
Hold on, we have to...
Because if it says, like, you know, the NWR owns 80 engines, then that cuts out all the Skarloey, the Coldifell, Arsdale, and God knows what else.
Yeah. Where was that info? Would that be between the reading between the lines?
It was in. I'm pretty sure it was in the Sodor's People
Or
and
it's the
Histories. Which, by the way, I saw a copy of it on the Town, like at the museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they had it between a glass wall, and I was like, well, good, because that shit is worth more than my car.
The Northwestern has at least 80 engines running on its network. At
What do you mean?
least 80.
What do I mean? At least.
It says this, the Northwestern Railway has at least 80. So let's assume it's 80. That's just the Fat Controller. That's not Scarloey, not Arlesdale, not Bill and Ben, and it's not Coldy Fell. That's just the Fat Controller. So there you go.
And yet Audrey thought like, nah, I'm out of ideas, bye. Well, I don't blame him, he was getting older, you know. And
I mean, he might have been running out of ideas.
we just know that, you know, if the rally series continued past 26, I believe the next volume he had in mind was going to be called Really Useful Engines, but we don't know what the book would have been about.
Are you saying that as a joke?
No.
Are you being serious?
No, I'm being serious. Like, the next installment in Wilbur Audrey's book was going to be Really Useful Engines.
And we know that how?
I read it somewhere. Might have been the wiki, or might have been, like, Real Lives of Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know, but
My
it's like...
sources, I made that the fuck up.
It's like, I swear, like, it was canon. Like, I swear that was, you know, how it was meant to be. If not, then I'm tripping.
Deadass, watch that one be the fucking electric book. Watch it happen. We were this close to it.
You know what I would have loved to see?
Yeah?
Like a book about Thomas and Edward's, like, origins on Sodor.
Yeah.
And I say that because, you know,
That's
I remember TARDIS Rescue's, like, beginning of end two-parter.
Yeah.
And I love that. I loved it so much. I was like, imagine this beautiful moment in the last book that Wilbur Audrey wrote. He just goes back to the beginning, like the railway series goes back to where it started. You know, Edward at the shed. It's like poetry, it rhymes. I'm gonna color this field, and I think I'm gonna call it for the night. Cause yeah. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da. Da 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 dum.
It's interesting to think how much there is that's never been touched on. And the fact that there might be more that we still don't know about. Isn't that wild?
It's so wild, yeah.
Like, what? We found out only 3 years ago about the fucking transfer wagon?
Oh yeah, the transfer wagon, yeah.
Like, what? It's gonna get revealed that, like, the fucking blisters were scrapped for some reason?
It's gonna be revealed that the mine engine is still around somehow.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that engine, the mine engine. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I just love it. Maybe it's just because it's called.
Look, it's Atlas.
It's Atlas and Jennings and Albert and the other guy.
The other guy.
Forgot their names. And well, guys, we did a lot of work. We did a lot of fields. But I think I'm gonna call it out for the night. Thanks for everyone who joined. You guys are awesome. I really, not to get personal, but I really needed this call. Really needed this call. There's a lot going in my mind right now. But it was really fun. It was really fun, you know, to do this again. So I don't know when I'll make another stream. But I'll let you guys know. Alright, so I reckon now, Thomas, if you're slower than my passengers say so. They do indeed, Thomas first out. I'll show you, just you wait and see. The race part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Alright, so see ya guys. Bye.
Night, everybody.